stuck at his farmer's house. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Who? What?
Charlie's stuck. Charlie will be here when he can get here.
Okay.
So, who wants to do the recap?
I can do the recap.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so
Wait, you got 2. God damn it. Okay,
I don't
fine,
care.
go
Give it
for
to
it.
somebody else. I don't know.
I
don't care.
Whatever. Go.
Okay, so we continued the fighting of these abyssal dog demon thingies, whatever. Bully used Splash, nothing happened. He also loves Gemheim. We found this out very important. They kept trying to summon more demons. That failed. It was hilarious. Zappy is not very effective on demons. Fire is also not very effective. Thunder was very effective. I have great notes. Griffin Cavalry did not save our asses, but they did arrive as soon as we finished everything else. Oz dipped after the cavalry came. And Lazarus gave the cavalry report. Lazarus also took a sample of the blood from the little demon thingamabobjigs to get to the black staff and whatnot over there. Meanwhile, while we're fighting stuff, King is betting on beetle fights in a random alley. And it went great. The beetle won, but unfortunately,
awesome.
He killed the beetle when we went to celebrate some more when drinking.
We tried to give a drink.
Yeah, it didn't really work out. Yikes.
Turns
Sorry.
out beetles are lightweight.
Yeah, enough lightweight to die.
Dead weights.
Dead weight.
We had a beetle wake. It's fine.
So, we all go to our respective homes, except for Oz, who goes back to the Bruniverse. We get a nice flashback with Oz and his cousin Tort, who is the son of the big bad mafia boss. He is the son that died. Also, which was cause of Oz. Or something. That wasn't revealed in the flashback. You didn't hear.
No, it was not.
Nope, you didn't hear what I said. Anyway, they're looking for Jeff, James, John, whatever, you know. Yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, Vivi and Jem were at Vivi's apartment. In the morning, they found out she has to move the fuck out because apartments cost money, and so they did so. Everyone met up at the Bruniverse, and that day was Marpenoth the 13th. That's a big arrow. So we have a lot of requests to do for the Bruniverse. We need to put in a carpenter request. We met up with Easel's friend. We actually did do that. We got all of Vivi's shit out of the apartment. That was great. And also check out the Lantern Man trial, which was today. Lazarus did stop by the Blackstaff Tower, and we also saw the Blackstaff and Rainier Neverember kind of give, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know words. They put in a good word for Ezo to become a new member. So that was also exciting. We kind of meet up with Lazarus at a nice little cafe and eat and chat. And that's basically the end. Also, Ezo grabbed his new knuckle weapons from Spark and Wash. It's a bonus. That's pretty much all I got.
Okay, yeah, that's good. You've got 2, so I'm gonna give one to Eric because he showed up. Welcome back, Eric.
Thanks.
Okay. So we open with a dark room, sparsely decorated. There's a slight motion to the camera. We can see that there's light on the one side of the door. There is commotion, and then suddenly the door is kicked violently open by a young man wielding a crossbow. He's wearing the colors of the City Watch, and he just goes, "Waterdeep City Watch, get on the fucking ground!" He starts pointing his crossbow around the empty room, expecting somebody to be there. He starts like turning over furniture as if looking for people. And we can see as he's sort of moving out of the doorway that he is on a ship of some kind. Right about that point, we see Lazarus entering the room. Lazarus, this is the Swallowtail from a few days ago. your partner is sort of going around the room trying to look for clues, but he's not doing a very good job, as he's just actually causing more of a commotion.
Don't hurt yourself, kid. And I'm gonna sort of nod for him to look around outside while I.
Okay, if you say so, lass. It doesn't look like there's anybody in here. He looks under the bed. Yeah, nobody under there. All right. Guess I'll go outside. He cocks his crossbow and heads outside. Swallowtail. Filled with criminal scum that are hiding somewhere. You just hear him monologuing to himself. You just hear him monologuing to himself outside.
Why? What did I do? In what life did I sin this much? So I'm gonna look around, because despite the fact that there's nobody hiding under the bed, that does not mean that there's nothing here worth finding.
Okay. So you start tossing the room. You find no signs of struggle or any signs of habitation. It looks like whoever was on the ship cleared out their stuff. Based on that, you can estimate that whoever left here, they didn't leave in a hurry, and they didn't leave under any sort of violent circumstances. So why is this ship empty and just sort of floating derelict about a week's journey, about half a week's journey, I should say, south of Waterdeep? You do find in the waste paper basket over by a desk that's up against a wall in the corner, you can find that there are torn out sheets of paper from a journal, and it looks like they were journal entries that were, they're clearly like mistake pages that were torn out and thrown away.
All right, pick them up. I'm gonna read.
So you read over them. They detail the passage of the Swallowtail ship from coming out of Baldur's Gate a few days back. Apparently, they picked up a group of refugees from... Already drunk. Picked up a group of refugees who... Their village... They had like a coastal village that was assaulted by storm giants. Or not storm giants. Stone... Or not stone. The flying ones. Cloud giants. Cloud giants. The ones that live in the clouds.
Over.
Yes. No. No, they were assaulted by cloud giants who apparently dropped a bunch of boulders on their town and shit like that. They were forced to flee, and they ended up joining up with the Swallowtail crew, and were on their way to Waterdeep. As that was happening, they according to the journal entries, there don't seem to have been much in way of events, except for a couple days back, the ship was attacked by quote unquote fish folk. Fish folk. The fish folk attacked the ship, but they didn't really like try to damage it so much as they did attack the sails, and that's about it. They didn't actually harm any of the passengers. They didn't try to sink the boat in any way. They just attacked the sail for whatever reason.
Is there any sort of description beyond fish folk?
Just fish folk.
Just fish folk.
They apparently shot quills.
Shot quills?
Shot quills, yeah.
He's bringing in Dagon.
Okay,
again, guys.
so no. Do I know anything about one, cloud giants, and two, if that quill detail narrows it down from the 1,000 different types of fish folk there are?
There are a lot of fish folk.
Really
you
are.
Can give me a Arcana check for giants, and you can give me a nature check for fish folk.
Momento, por favor. Arcana. I don't know jack about giants.
Cloud giants are big, and they live in clouds.
It's helpful.
I'm a helpful guy. You know, all these fish people, they all look the same. They probably all know each other, too.
Apparently, I don't know jack about xenobiology.
Yeah. It's not really your wheelhouse.
It's a little bit outside my area of expertise. Okay. Anything else worth sort of picking up or here? No, you said they took their stuff. Everybody got the chance to like. Does that mean cargo as well, or is it just like personal effects that we're talking?
It looks like personal effects. You haven't been down in the hold just yet. If you wanted to go down there and check the cargo hold, you certainly could.
I will do that.
Okay. As you do, you can you hear up on the aft castle. You hear your partner. He's still got his crossbow. He's just like, only one man can clear out the criminal scum from these seas. And that one man isn't. You just go into the cargo hold. Down on the cargo hold, you can find that no, it doesn't look like they took any of the cargo. There's still like bolts of silk. Silk. Bolts of silk. You've got bolts of silk. You've got ingots of iron, stuff like that. It looks like this is just a basic sort of general purpose cargo transport coming out of Baldur's Gate. I think I forget what Baldur's Gate specializes in. We'll say grain too. Lots of grain.
That sounds like a plan. Okay. There's nothing illicit seems to be down there either.
You can give me an investigation.
Okay. Your sheet, be where I tell you to be.
Nope, you find nothing.
I'm doing the exact opposite of the kind of rolls from last session.
I know. Unfortunately, you find you look around, you don't find any sort of thing. Everything kind of looks like it's on the up and up. Just apparently, everybody just cleared out their personal effects.
Oh, ranting and raving about
you can ascertain that the fact that the cargo's still here probably means that this thing wasn't hit by pirates at the very least.
Whatever it was that attacked the ship, its goal was not like plunder and loot and that sort of deal.
It doesn't even look like it was attacked, is the strange thing. Other than those fish folk shooting the sails with quills, and when you go topside, you can see that the sails are ragged, and this thing's probably been derelict for a while as a result. Other than that, there is no other sign of an attack.
Well, if there's not really anything else to get here, there's Og search the ship. There's not really anything to learn there. No scales or anything left behind. Just guess that's kind of it.
Okay. You can give me one last investigation check when you're topside. See if you find any sort of traces or anything like that.
Okay, well, let's do that.
No.
It's mighty unfortunate.
Worst detective ever.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, you find no other clues. But with that, you gather up your partner. So, you find anything?
Not with your damn babbling in my head. Let's go.
Doesn't look like anybody was taken by force. They probably left of their own accord then.
Yes, thank you. I arrived at that conclusion 10 minutes ago.
You guys board your much smaller vessel. You got like a little cutter and head back to Waterdeep. Back in the present. Let's see what time it is. Okay, King. So you're back at Masters of the Bruniverse.
Yes.
you've got your gnolls are helping doing some like finishing up the cleaning, sort of pushing all the broken furniture that you kind of broke onto one side, doing some sweeping and whatnot. After a little while, like, would King help in any way with that?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Didn't think so. But after a while, you hear a knock at the front door.
Oh, business already! We're going to be raking it in, guys! And I go to answer.
Okay. On the other side of the door, you see three people. One of them is a short, very spindly man in a pinstripe suit. And no, you are not there. Oz. You guys are at the courthouse at this moment. But yeah, so thin man, spindly suit, pinstripe, pinstripe suit, and he's got a very, very wide, toothy smile. Behind him are standing a pair of very large Goliaths, and they sort of stare down at you rather intimidatingly. And they sort of spindly guy just looks at you and goes, "Hello. How are you today? Are you Mr. King?"
Yes, you can call
Fantastic.
me Mr. King.
Hi, I'm with the Waterdeep Tax Bureau. We have a few problems with some of the paperwork. You didn't fill out all the forms here.
Oh, I could have swore I took care of all those. Just
Don't worry. There's lots of them. I'm sure it's just a minor overlook. And he'll hand you some papers. If we can just come in real quick.
Ask him his name.
Yes, it's fun. Gonna get your name real quick.
He reaches into his pocket and produces a little badge of Waterdeep, and his name goes. He says, "My name is Buford Hymenimus Thoreau."
Buford, my good friend. Let's just take a little table right here. Let's look over.
My, you have a very charming place.
Oh, just wait. It's going to be even more charming once we get things all set up.
I love the post-apocalyptic look you've got going in here. It's fabulous. He'll just hold out, lay out some papers for you. We just need an official title for this place. Are you still going with Masters of the Bruniverse?
Oh, absolutely not. No. I'm still mulling it over. I'm thinking, I like the King's Palace. Yes, let's call it the King's Palace.
The King's Palace, fantastic. If you just fill that out here.
Absolutely. TH space capital K capital I capital A.
Yes. He's just like, fantastic. Now, just so you're aware, as part of your registration and whatnot, we do offer a complimentary service. Since you've changed the name of your establishment, you will need the change of your sign. Fortunately, that's what these gentlemen are here for. And he points to the Goliaths.
Oh,
they're with the Painting Guild.
Oh, they're quite strapping for painters. I didn't take them for art.
One of the Goliaths stares down at you. Yeah, our brushwork is very fine.
Oh! D, come down here.
D comes running down.
My wonderful noble companion here has an interest in the arts. Maybe you could show him a thing or two while you're setting.
Yeah, we could do that.
See, I'm getting you some training, some professional guidance. It's gonna be.
You say your name is D. Hello, and he one of the guys holds out his hand. My name is Franz, and I am Hans. So that's the other one. They come out. They start shaking his hand.
Oh, Franz and Hans, make sure to show him the ropes. So splendid, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Hans. He is Franz, and together we are going to paint your sign. They they head outside with D, and they start climbing up there to start rechanging your sign.
Where did you find these two again? They are just lovely.
Again, they're with the Painters Guild, sir.
Painters Guild, I remember that.
You do. You take care. Yeah, it looks like I've got all my other paperwork signed here. You have a very good day, Mr. Was it King?
Yes, Mr.
Very charming.
Yes, I had the same.
I have to say, will you be serving alcohol in this establishment?
Oh, won't we be serving in this establishment?
Fantastic, fantastic. I'll be sure to tell some of my friends over at the Brewers Guild to come by, and maybe they can make some sort of arrangements with you. You otherwise have an absolutely wonderful day.
Oh, you too, yes. I just keep laughing in tandem with him as...
Okay. Again, he just heads out. Outside, you hear Hans and Franz showing Dee how to paint. No. This is the technique. Watch. Meanwhile, the rest of you are at the courthouse. So we cut to... Okay, now everybody else can play. Yeah, so you guys have arrived at the courthouse in probably with about a half hour before the trial is set to start. There's a big crowd of people all around and whatnot. Actually, here, let me pull you over to the map. Or not the map. Whatever, the screen. The thing.
I could watch King all day, really, to be honest.
That's fair.
That's
True. He's just laughing in tandem. That was great.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, continue.
Meanwhile, you guys are at the courthouse. Again, it's unlike in the picture, it's actually slightly drizzling today, overcast. It's a rather chilly day in Waterdeep as you guys arrive. Did anybody have anything before we get started? Did you have to? No, nobody has to prepare spells or anything like that. Never mind. No wizards in this party.
I mean, technically I do, but I already did.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're good. Okay, then yeah. So you guys again, there's a big throng of people outside trying to get in. Unfortunately, they're all being stopped by a handful of guards who are sort of checking everybody individually. Some people are getting turned away. You can see that there are reporters trying to get in. One of the guys, Jim Heim, you actually recognize the sort of big guy in charge. He's very tall, wearing armor and a heavy-looking overcoat. You recognize him from the other day when you were with Izo. I think he gave his name as Rolerick Durnan.
And Izo knew him, right?
Yes, yeah. Izo knew him and seemed to be very bothered by him being there.
But Izo's not with us currently.
We'll say Izo is, and he's just sort of standing in the back, very, very quiet. He doesn't seem to want to.
Maybe he's on his way.
Yeah, sure. Izo's on his way. He's back at the diner.
Mm-hmm.
There you
go.
Mm-hmm. Am I there? Are we all there?
Yeah. Everybody else is there. So it's Jim, Lazarus, Oz, and Vivi.
Vivi.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I suppose. But what's our plan here? What do we?
I forgot why we're here, to be honest. And I'm picking my ear and just kind of like.
It's the Lantern Man trial. We were just gonna check it out and see.
Well, but you know that the Lantern Man is actually still out there.
Well, yeah, you gotta keep on.
That's gonna get a look from Laz.
Yeah, that's right. He was didn't he attack you or something? And you shot him?
Attacked another lady, and I believe King saw him again as well, or maybe he saw him. Maybe we saw him at the same time. I don't know how exactly the events happened, but
Yeah, King saw him half an hour before you did.
yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
And,
He's still around.
I mean, we could just sit and watch, but it would be very dramatic if you were to stand up and yell.
Like a wedding,
Not
you
do
know?
that. No.
Well, wait till he says if anybody will hold their peace or something that, and that's when we go in there.
He must say something like that, right?
Terrible idea.
I think that's how that works.
Yeah, I think so.
Terrible
Are we
idea.
close enough that Laz can see who any of the people who are sort of running this shindig are?
You can, yeah, it looks like Roller Durnan's handling security outside. So he's sort of controlling who's coming and going.
But
in general, most people are going through, but some people, like, there's clearly like a no solicitation, no carnival acts, no street performers, no juggling, nothing like that. Get the fuck out of here. Reporters can come in. Anybody who looks like a noble could probably get in. And most commoners can get in, but he is turning away some people.
Is there a pattern to who he's turning away?
Give me an
Types
insight.
of humanoids.
Give me an insight.
Goblins.
Not just goblin, but yes, goblin would be among those.
Yeah, he seems to be giving a lot of preference to humans and half-elves.
Sounds like Durnan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't know. You probably don't know Durnan personally, but you know him by reputation.
Is he turning away any frogs? Is he turning that away?
He has not turned away any frogs. Then again, you have the only frog here, so
Hey,
you're a trendsetter.
Hey, you're the DM,
Mm-hmm.
not a character.
So I've not met Durnan, so Durnan hasn't met me. Colors covered.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to just get by.
Okay. I'm sorry, you cut out there. What was your question?
I said, you said I've not met Durnan yet, which means he wouldn't fight.
Right.
Most likely.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get close enough that I can see who the judge is, or who the magistrate is.
Oh, that you'd have to actually get inside in order to find out. Right
Yep.
now, you guys are
Yeah, that's
outside.
totally going.
Yeah.
As we start walking forward, I whisper to Vivi, I wonder if we could get Goody Two Boots over there to say something. And I point to Lazarus.
I mean,
Right? Like, if we tell him what's up, maybe he'll...
even if we tell him what's up.
Realize I can hear you whispering, right?
Oh,
Can you?
Yeah, it just feels cooler when we're whispering.
Hey, what are you guys whispering about? I love the whisper.
I'm sure you heard
Well,
Laz, but we saw the Lantern Man again after he was already deemed caught by. I hate
Wait,
that
who's
guy
hot?
anyway.
Wait, the lantern's hot?
No. Ixnay on the hot say no, it's not.
I don't think that's how that works.
Anyway, we definitely saw him. The Watch knows about him. They did a whole report on him and everything. They took my crossbow away. Hand crossbow.
Everybody's got my good berries, right?
Yes.
This seems fishy to me.
Well, I saw the guy
think
carve the symbol into the lady's very forehead. I was there.
You don't catch what I'm saying. This, and I'm gonna point in the direction of the trial itself, seems fishy.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's exactly why we're here. We're gonna see
Good.
what we can observe. What would you say about saying what we know? That he's actually still out there. Would that be a good idea, bad idea? I personally think it would a bad idea to just say that in the middle of the trial, but
yeah, we definitely want to avoid Vivi herself being in the spotlight.
that's definitely a
Would
terrible idea.
I agree.
so that would very much depend on who is running things, correct, Jolly?
Yeah.
Action?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Need more information first. Let's get inside, see what's going on.
Yeah.
While we're doing that,
Fair enough.
tell me everything.
Okay.
Wait, do you think there's
I call him
some
everything.
monetary gain that we can get from this if we find the real Lantern Man?
Yeah, I get off the hook. And not on, what's the word?
Edict. You're not
Yes,
on edict anymore. Yeah.
Correct.
On edict.
I'm on edict.
Who's Dick?
A lot.
Okay. Whatever.
Whatever. I didn't hear that. Let's go. Tell me everything.
Yeah, I tell him everything, even about how I shot the guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's seen your gun.
I trust this Wolfman.
He's a good dog.
Not the only character I have that has been said about.
I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried about this edict. Anyway,
Believe me, I've seen that.
so you guys approach Rolerick and his guys as you're heading up. Lazarus, were you trying to hide the fact that you're a shifter as you're approaching?
Not particularly. As I get close enough, it's going to be pretty obvious because
Yeah.
I'm like 6'7",
Mhm.
or 7'6", something like that. I don't remember, but
Probably 6. Anyway, what?
So that I'm not really trying to hide. What I'm trying to do, at least initially, is cover my colors so that it's not immediately obvious that I'm in the watch.
Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, yeah. As you approach, Durnan eyes the lot of you, folds his arms. He's just like, "Folks trying to get in."
We would like to observe the trial if possible. We're just interested.
Yeah. I'm a reporter.
Laz
Give me a
is gonna
deception check
shoot.
for that, Oz.
Laz is gonna shoot Oz a look.
Okay, let's see. Durnan adds 3 to this. Okay. Durnan
What does that
looks
mean?
down. It means he got a 15. You got a 12.
Mm-hmm.
He looks down at you, arms folded, doesn't say anything to you. And he looks back at Vivi.
He's not. We just want to watch because we're interested.
Well, he scratches his chin. No sideshows, no solicitation. We don't need carnival types around here. If you want to go in, ma'am, you can.
What about friend Jem here?
Yeah, looks at Jim. He's probably fine.
That's what I'd like to hear.
Well, while he was talking to Oz, I'm gonna see if I can just sort of slide by.
Okay. You can give me a stealth.
Ooh.
Again, adding 3. Okay.
Is Ezo even
Yeah, you
bothering
can
to
start-
come in with us?
Yeah, you can start slipping by.
Well, Izo's not here yet, right?
Oh.
Right, Ezo's
Oh
not
yeah,
here.
he was at the game. Okay.
Wait a second. What are you calling me, a clown or something? Circus? What the hell are you saying here?
I'm saying we got a packed. We're gonna have a packed court, pal. We're gonna have
Packed
a packed-
court.
We're gonna have a packed court. It's gonna be a lot of bodies in there, a lot to eat.
Pack
We don't need
your
a lot
court
of
for about
animals
2
sticking
seconds
up
if
the
you don't let
front.
me in here.
Oz, what did I tell you?
I don't remember. What did you tell me?
I told you that you are rehearsing way too hard for the play. You need to calm the fuck down. We're in public. We're not doing the play right
yeah,
now.
right.
Yeah. Stop
Yeah.
acting like an asshole in
Hey.
public.
You know what?
Yeah, he really gets into character.
Oh boy.
I apologize.
You know
Well-
what? Whatever. I see how it is. You hate the
point is-
goblins.
Listen, we gotta keep some people out. Otherwise, everyone's gonna get heated.
Yeah, people, you say. I guess I'm not in that category, huh?
He's really quite small. He won't take up much room.
Sure, he won't. I'll
the hell
make
you
sure
trying
that
to
he
say,
behaves in
Demheim?
there.
He just keeps staring at you. He's just like, yeah, but he might pick pockets. Get the hell out of here.
Oh. Okay.
Well, he's not wrong.
Okay.
Well, Oz, you could probably keep our good friend
Well, if he's
company
not
back
going in, I'm
back
not
at the
going in.
shop.
And I'm very beautiful, so you definitely want me in there.
He looks at you. I'm sorry. Who are you? Right about this point, Jim, you have a memory of probably probably when you were about 13 or so. You and Madison out on the town, and the two of you getting hassled by guards, and Madison just sort of pulling rank and just sort of like telling them, "I'm Madison Theodosis Moreau. Don't you know who I am? Get the hell out of my way!" And guards stepping aside, even though he's probably, I'd say probably Madison's like, what, 3 years older than you? So he's like 16. And they like a bunch of guards just standing aside from this punk ass kid, but he's a fucking noble, so, you know.
I stand up big and I say, me? I'm Millhouse Hightower. You don't get in my way.
Give me a deception check.
I'm from the Hightower family. You will be hearing from...
Oh, my gods.
Beautiful.
Was it deception?
Yeah, deception.
Oh, yay.
Oh, not great.
Okay.
Well, hey, you can roll over, right? He's
He
even
raised them-
negative rolling his
No, he adds 3 to that.
fuck.
He raises an eyebrow. Millhouse Hightower.
I literally...
That's Lord Millhouse Hightower to you.
He looks over at Vivi. I didn't realize you had comedians and clowns in your little entourage here.
Yeah, it's the play. I think they're all just really into it. I literally just said your name, Jem, like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
Well, then I guess you guys can go back to the shop and
Where you came from.
Oh, you know where I came from? My mother. And your mother. Let me tell you something.
Hey. That's for the end of the play. You're gonna spoil everything. Seriously.
Yeah, the
come
play's
on.
called Not Your Mother. Let's get going.
God damn it.
Thank you, sir. I'll be heading in now. Guys, I'll meet back with you at the diner.
God's speed to you.
What? Okay.
It was going to be a boring courthouse. Why did we even want to go there?
Jim, Jim, I got an idea.
Are we going to get high? Oh.
Well, we can get high too, but let's also just sneak in.
Get out of earshot of the watchman
We are.
before you say
Yeah,
that.
I'm assuming
yeah.
they're out of...
Yeah.
Like they're sitting there talking about, you see just Durden like leaning in off screen.
Jim, I got this new stuff. It's good stuff. It's called the Shade Palm. Let me answer the door real quick. I'll be right back.
He just like goes blank.
Yeah.
That's some sort of euphemism.
So Lazarus, you managed to sneak past. Vivi's just walking in. Was there something you were trying to accomplish while you have a couple of a couple of minutes on Vivi pushing past people? Was there something you wanted to do, or just wait for them, or what?
Is everything laid out? Is it laid out such that I can see who's running the show? Like the proceedings specifically.
You can get inside. You can find the courtroom. There's seating for you, and you can see. You recognize the judge as. Hang on. This is actually in my notes. I have a name here. Here we go. Torben Ironbeard. You recognize the judge. You've had brought a few cases before him before, and he's known for being a not a stickler for the rules, but a hard ass in terms of sort of keeping order in his court. Like he does not brook out contempt in his court very well.
He doesn't
Okay.
fuck around, as they say.
Is he have I heard anything about him being not legit, being dirty?
That can give me a let's see, what would that be? Let's just do intelligence. Okay. Yeah, give me an intelligence check.
I am a stupid character sheet. Sorry.
Keep the sheet open.
Sheet was open, it then unopened.
Okay, excellent. So let's see here. No, Torvin, as far as you know, not only is he not dirty, he's actually like very. He's a very devout follower of what was it, Tyr? I believe Tyr's the god of justice. He's very much on the up and up. Again, not a stickler for rules, but very interested in actually finding guilt and innocence. He's very dedicated to finding the truth of matters. So,
okay. Let's see here. Based on what Vivi's told me, I know that there should be some sort of report on this. Correct?
On like, what do you mean on this?
On the incident
the
with the potential.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, there should be reports. You'd probably be able to find those back in Dock Ward.
Okay. And
meanwhile, Jim and Oz are trying to. Well, at the very least, Jim's trying to get high and trying to sneak in.
Look, Jim, I got this new drug, right? It's called Shape Palm.
Okay.
The kind of the backwards, term, the underground term for it is called assurance. You ever heard of it?
No, I don't think so.
It's really good. Let me get it out. And then I pull out. I'm not sure what it looks like, but it's like some sort of herb, I'm assuming. I don't know.
Yep.
I
just
give it a sniff. Ooh.
it's
Stanky.
some good shit. It's dank. It's dank as fuck. I want you to smoke this shit and let's just try to get in here. What's the worst I can do?
Okay. Yes to smoking the shit. I think I'm somewhat interested in trying to sneak in. I'm really more interested now in trying to prank that man who was so racist towards you.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah? I could summon my invisible friend Darby and maybe go pants him.
Pants? Or we could get into the thing.
Darby, it just seems like it's more trouble than it's worth. It's a fucking court show. We're not even going to stand up and say anything. I thought we were going to stand up and say something. One thing, but just go
why can't we
watch.
stand up and say something?
Well, I didn't see nothing. It was Vivi who saw something, but
Yeah, but we can object and stuff. It'll be fun.
well, if you're going to object, I will sneak in to watch that here.
Then let's do it.
Oh, all right, light that up.
Smoke this shit. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Also, I don't know if I saw Lazarus sneak in, but if I did, I guess I would try and meet up with him if I know he's in there.
Okay, so so Jim starts smoking up the shade palm, the assurance. Meanwhile, Vivi, you want to meet up with Laz?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Laz. Wait, where's Laz? Fuck. I don't want to be by myself in here. Whatever. I guess I don't know if I find Laz. I don't even know if he went in, to be honest, because
you could probably find Laz pretty. You know what to look for.
Okay. Yeah, big, tall, hairy guy. Okay. That's easy enough. Last. There you are.
Laz motions for her to sit down. He
Okay, yeah, I meet up with him.
Hmm.
Yeah, I figure I just want to stick by you with this. Because everyone else is being
Laz
a doofus outside.
just gives a nod. Seems like the default.
Yeah, probably.
Uh,
We'll see what happens. We'll just observe.
On
Charles.
okay, so on
Hello.
trial like this, is there a way for an officer not associated with the trial to judge before the trial?
You could definitely you could go talk to the judge about it. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Come with me.
Wait, me? Are you sure? Probably not a good idea. Okay,
You were the one who was there.
that's true. Okay.
Besides, you're coming with an officer, with a watchman.
Yeah. It's just that it's gonna be in front of a lot of people in public, and I don't want to be. I guess let's just go. Okay, that's fine. Let's go.
I think his plan is to address the judge before the
Okay,
court
so
proceeding,
not
so it's
like
not public.
a witness
Yeah.
or something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like in his chambers.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys head off to do that. Meanwhile, outside, Izo, you've you are approaching the courthouse. You see all these people are gathered about. But as you're approaching that, you see off in a little side alley. Looks like Oz and Jim, and Jim's apparently smoking something.
It's good stuff.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs make money. What are you talking about?
Can you walk around with like bottles of alcohol in your coat?
Yeah, it's alcohol. Alcohol's not a drug.
Okay. Anyway, not according to Dare.
Ezo,
Fuck
my man.
Dare.
It's about time you got
Who's
here.
I'm sorry, guys. God damn. I'm a little.
Do you need a minute?
I do need a second, please.
Okay. So we'll cut back to Lazarus and VV. Okay, so you guys want to talk to the judge in his chambers. You can talk to a couple of bailiffs. They'll take you to the judge. Again, you can flash them your gray hand badge and all that, and they'll let you in. As you open up into the judge's chambers, you can see he's actually with somebody at the moment. They appear to be discussing the details of the case. Both of you actually recognize this woman.
I'm going to sort of put myself sort of between them and Vivi.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That
Yeah, as you come in, Laz, and Tanavas looks over her shoulder and sees you. You see her face is utterly placid, but she does raise one eyebrow very slowly.
Captain.
Wolf, I didn't know you were in town again.
Just got back.
Oh, well, welcome back.
How have the docks been while I've been gone?
They're a lot more quiet now. Yes, Miss Tanavas was just telling me about it. Anyway, what did you need, my boy?
Let's see. This is out of character. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm not as smart as my character is. Let's see here.
Vivi, for your part, you notice that Tanavas sees you, locks eyes with you, and again, the woman's face almost never moves, but you can see the tiniest hint of a smile on the corner of her mouth, and she looks back at the judge.
I just continue to glare and kind of hide a little behind Laz.
Mhm.
And I, just to be clear, know not to trust Tanavast, or
Yeah. Tanavest is you don't have the specifics of it, but you know Tanavest is not on the up and up.
okay, cool. So I'm going to just sort of give the judge a little nod and just caught the details of the trial. Doc Ward's my beat.
He looks over at Tanavest. Tanavest nods. He's one of our best. What are you doing here, Wolf?
Like I said, checking in.
Well, it sounds like you've checked in. Was there something else?
If I could
Speak to.
offer my services.
What
There
sort of
you go.
services? Is there a point here, Mr. Wolf? I'm sorry, Detective Wolf.
Oh, it earlier, and it said that the person that was brought in was a fisherman. One of the bodies were found near the waterfront. Something about hunters, and they tend to stick to familiar areas. Just a thought. And Wolf is going to sort of nudge Vivi back, take half a step back.
I step back.
Mm-hmm. Tanavest just sort of raises an eyebrow. Are you trying to make a point, Wolf?
Yes, actually. I think we might.
You have concerns about the case?
Do.
Well, I'm sure they'll all come out in trial. That's what this process is for.
I'm sure, sir. And like I said, just offering my services if you need them.
I see. Well, if you don't have anything else, we're about to get ready. But please, if you want to have a seat in the court, no outbursts, of course. But other than that, we're happy to help. We're happy to have you.
Absolutely, sir. Pleasure to be back.
Wolf, as you turn to leave, you hear Tanavast just sort of shout over you. Wolf, don't worry. Everything's about to be much quieter. Everything's going to be okay. We've caught the guy.
I hope you're right. And I turn and leave.
Okay.
I leave also. Right before he does.
Okay. That would make sense. Charlie, you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Still
still eating
Jim.
pizza, but yes.
Okay, Ezo, Jim, and Oz are outside in an alley. Jim is getting high.
Have we gotten suits yet?
No, you have not.
Oh, thank God. I was so
Ezo, welcome. Good to have you back. Well, your buddy, your nemesis friend, not friend, enemy, the guy who was being a dickhead to you when we were together yesterday.
Scar. Right?
Yes, he's here.
Darnan's here?
Yep.
Yeah, you can peek out around the corner, and you can see up the courthouse steps. You can see Durnan, along with some of his guards, are running security for this court, or for this trial.
Fucking murderer.
Yeah, I was gonna pants him.
What'd you say, Oz?
Was he the one that turned us away? It was him?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, he's a racist, child murdering asshole.
Yeah, I was gonna pants him.
Yeah, he did. He didn't like me.
Yeah, he's the worst.
I could still pants him.
If
want.
if Laz is the best of the watch, he is the worst. Or the average. Maybe the average. The watch
how long
sucks.
it would.
Let's pants him.
I wonder how long it would take Darby to undo those straps on his.
Yeah, I should point out he's wearing greaves, so it's gonna take a minute to pants him.
You should throw dog shit in his face.
Oh, that's a good one too.
We should
Did,
throw shit in his face.
Yeah, did Lazarus take a poop before we came in?
Probably not in a location that you. I'm sure at some point before coming here, he has pooped. At some point in the past.
Sometime, some way. That's poop.
I was maybe 6 when he killed a friend of mine.
Holy shit.
I'm too high for this.
He's the worst of the worst.
He's just bringing you down.
Wait, yeah, let's talk about happy stuff like rainbows and shit.
Well, if we want to talk about happy stuff, when are we getting our new tuxedos? I'm very excited about getting maybe a new hat.
Well, ours is really set on watching this damn
I don't care about
thing.
watching it. I just want to have some fun and object.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's going to object.
Yeah, it's like a wedding, right?
But we
Wait,
have to sneak in.
What is this case for?
It's
The
it's the
lantern.
lantern man.
It sounds like cop business.
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of police people here. A lot of watch.
Bad place for a goblin.
Hey, if we get in, I object, and they get mad at me, we just say that other guy let me in. What could go wrong?
Solid fucking plan.
Well, these drugs are making me all ready to go. I think I got to do something. I'm feeling very.
Yeah! You ready? You ready, Jim?
Yes.
Okay. Let's fucking do it.
Jim, you're
Yes.
you're the noble. I'll back your play, but I'm gonna count on you to not get us killed.
Okay. To be fair, I'm not very good at playing the noble card,
Bye, Kyle. I love you.
but I'll try.
Oh, he's gone.
Bye, Kyle. All right. So, well, I don't want to get you in trouble, but he is going to object. That's going to be really fun. I'm going with Oz. He already gave me the drugs.
Okay, so are we sneaking in, or are we going to try and bluff our way in?
Sneak.
Sneak. Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
you want to roll stealth?
So the three of you can give me stealth checks to try and slip past.
And I got a +2 because I got high off.
Because you're under the effects of Shade Palm.
Thanks, Oz.
He was like a huge guy. He just fucking makes it in. Oh. Shit.
Oh.
I'm real goddamn stealthy.
Well, at least you get
surprised
+2.
The high guy can't get in.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll.
Okay.
I don't want to
You
get
get a
these guys
+2
in
on that?
trouble.
Don't.
That's fair.
Oh god.
Okay. Oh no.
Is it a cumulative thing? Like we all add up? Is it a group thing?
What I'm gonna say is Izo and Oz can get in, no problem. The two of you are able to slip through. Oz is just like super tiny, so he can
Hey,
dodge it. Izo, you actually have the smart idea. Just go around the back, where there are surely people like loading or carrying stuff in, and sure enough, you just sort of blend in with guys back there. Jim, unfortunately, trying to go through the front door probably gets. You know what? Oh, you know what? That's a nat 1 for you, isn't it? Yes. It is.
well,
Well, he had advantage, so
and
it's
he can
an
choose,
11.
right?
I'll
no,
take
it's a
the nat one.
reroll.
It's a reroll.
Yeah, it's a reroll.
That's an
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
never
re-
mind.
Give it to
Okay.
me.
Okay, so as they're heading in, Izo and Oz, Jim, you're about to head in through the front door, just sort of like try to sneak in with the crowd. When suddenly you feel a hand grasp you on your forearm. Master Jemheim, so
Oh.
good to see you.
Fuck.
I'm gonna
How
whistle
hot?
at him again.
Oh, hello. What are you doing here?
Just well,
I just start touching his face. Oh, yes,
Oh.
you're real.
It appears he'll like sort of like turn his head. He's sort of you can see he's trying to look at your eyes. Looks like I caught you just in time, sir.
I'm trying
Come
to
on,
avoid
what-
his eyes.
Yeah, okay. Why don't we go sit down somewhere?
Um,
Maybe get a cup of coffee. You don't look well, sir.
Why don't you just go away, and I'll cast suggestion on.
Okay.
I'll say, why don't you just go down to Darkwood, have a beer.
Okay.
So oh. So it's
And this is a
Wisdom save.
Oh,
Wisdom save. Okay. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. So you're telling him what's your go down to Dockward and get a
I
beer,
have a
right?
beer, yeah.
Yeah.
You cast the spell. You could feel your magic sort of wash over him, and he just sort of looks at you. Now, come now, sir. I don't think Mistress Genevieve will be very happy with this. And he'll point over to the cart, or over to a carriage where you can see your little sister is sitting in there, and she like waves at you. You wouldn't want to disappoint her, sir.
Oh.
We were going clothes shopping.
Oh? Well, I guess it could be worse. All right.
What happened to the save?
I rolled it.
I don't see it.
I know you don't.
Yikes.
Scary.
So
I've never seen you not high. I've never seen you hide a roll before, so I'm terrified now.
That's legitimate.
It also totally has nothing to do with the fact that I forgot to make his rolls public. But yeah, you can see Genevieve over there, sitting in the cart, and he'll start escorting you over to the Moreau family carriage. Meanwhile, the rest of you have managed to get inside the courthouse. You can all meet up if you want.
Mhm.
And you're planning, and you just wanted to sit together, I assume?
I
Yeah, I'll find.
did aware of Oz's plan to interject.
We'll say no. It's more fun that way.
God damn it!
Yeah, we made it after you had already snuck away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
I'll
know.
sit wherever Vivi is.
Yeah, you.
I know.
You know, but you also know why I'm concerned.
Yeah. Oz, how the fuck did you get in here? Where's Jim?
I know a guy. I don't know what happened to Jim.
Where is Jem? He should have been here by now.
Jim's on some strong shit.
That's true. He's pretty fucked up.
Are you on some strong shit?
Nah, fuck no.
I've only had 4 pints today.
I don't smoke my own shit.
Smart man.
Very smart.
Okay, but are you gonna yell out? You're gonna yell out, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Don't yell objection or anything, because that doesn't even make any sense. This is not a wedding.
Who's on first?
I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn it.
Don't. Laz will reiterate, don't. Or other things moving here.
Yeah, please don't. I don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to get in trouble.
I will only do my due diligence as a civilian of the city.
I'm gonna get up and sit somewhere else.
I think Laz might do the same.
I will also do this. You're gonna you sit right here. You're gonna sit by yourself. We're not gonna get caught.
I just see you picking up Oz and setting him in a seat like a disobedient child. You sit here. We're going over here.
You sit here and think about what you're about to do.
What did you do with Bully?
He's outside. He's fine.
We cut to Bully sitting sitting in the alleyway where you left him. Jim is being led into the carriage, slightly protesting, and we just cut to Bully's face, blinks once, cuts back to you guys.
I say,
does absolutely nothing.
As I'm kind of pulling against him, I say, oh, but a goblin's going to make a whole scene in there. We're going to miss it. Can't we just watch first?
No, come. I don't know. Master Jim, there are no goblins around. I think you might be... You're unwell, sir. Come on.
I believe the technical term is tripping balls.
I think you're tripping balls, sir.
Damn it.
You're rocking the ganj.
As my grandfather would say, you're fucked up.
Yeah. And your shit's all retarded. Meanwhile, inside the courthouse, so most of you are sitting together. Oz is off by himself.
I guess, yeah.
Because apparently he's not cool enough to sit with the rest of the kids. The typical opening procedures go underway. Tanavas is actually the first one to the prosecution calls Tanavas as their first witness. And basically they run over the details of the case. They're asking her to confirm the time and arrest of that the arrest was taking place, and other just sort of basic facts of the case. Other than that, they finish up with Tanavest pretty quickly, and they'll dismiss her. She actually sits down in the front row, so she's still in the room. Next up, the next witness they call is actually Victor Saint-Amain, who when he stands up, starts walking down the alley or down the little aisle to the witness stand. Multiple people start applauding. What's the deception for? Oh no, never mind. That was the old one. Never mind. So Victor Saint-Amain actually sits down. The prosecutor just goes, Detective Saint-Amain. So first off, let me ask you, Mr. Saint-Amain. Excuse me, Mr. Saint-Amain. I'm not with the watch. I go wherever the city needs me. You hear scattered applause. Mr. Saint-Amain. Yes. Anyway, Mr. Saint-Amain. If you don't mind, just answering a few questions, why don't we why don't we just forget all these formalities? How about you just let me just talk instead of doing the usual banter? The prosecutor just goes, "You just want to talk?" Yes, I think I could probably do. No offense, I could probably do your job a little bit better than you. I have no objections. The defense attorney objects very loudly. Sir, the city has to make its own case here. Victor actually looks up at the judge. He just goes, "Listen, all I'm interested in is seeing justice be done. I don't see any reason that a guilty person should go free because of technicalities, sir. If the man is innocent, that's fine, but we should definitely have the strongest case presented if he isn't. And honestly, I feel like if I'm just allowed to go on, I think we'll be able to present that case." The judge sort of strokes his beard for a second. "The city is free to argue however it wants, including not argue. If you want to let Mr. Saint-Amain make the case for you, I have no problem with this." And Victor stands up, and he starts going over the details of the case. He explains that he deduced that the perpetrator was likely a human male based on the fact that, based on like the pattern and angles of knife wounds, he was able to estimate a rough height. The fact that the lantern man is usually seen with a lantern suggests that he does not have dark vision. Ergo, the only handful of races that could probably match this description would be humans, specifically human males. They'd have to be tall enough they can't see in the dark, hence the lantern. He ascertains that the man is probably a fisherman based on the style of knife wounds. They're consistent with fillet knives. And the fact that there were no bodies ever found near the docks leads Saint Domain to the assumption that he was killing away from his lair, quote unquote, in order to not draw attention to himself. Over the course of his monologuing, he starts talking about the pieces of evidence that will be presented and stuff like that. And after a little while, he finishes sort of both explaining how he figured it out and simultaneously sort of tooting his own horn, and finally sits back. Did anybody want to object at this point, or do anything?
Hasn't the defense been questioned yet?
The defense will question Saint Domain on a few details, like can you be sure that it's a human? Aren't there other races? And there are other races, just super not common races that they could be, like Aarakocra, but people would probably notice an Aarakocra around.
Let me ask this: is the person that they're accusing here in the court?
Yeah, you actually do see him. He's sitting at the defense table. He is this very small, wayfish sort of man. He is quite pale, and he's just sitting there staring at his hands, and he's not doing anything.
And he's not missing any fingers that I can tell from a distance.
Nope.
I'm just gonna note that to myself.
I won't object yet.
Okay. The third and final witness they call is a man by the name of Officer Pollock. And Vivi, you actually recognize this guy. He is one of the officers that attended to you the night you shot that guy. Mm-hmm. He's one of the guys who was on duty and came to the scene. And he'll take the stand, and the prosecutor starts asking him questions. And basically, Pollock and his partner Bartle, who's the other guy who intervened with, saw you that night, were the two people who actually made the arrest. They got a warrant, bust in the place, and they start talking about the evidence that was collected. And they start bringing in Exhibit A, which is a bloody flaying knife. And sure enough, they bring it out, spattered with blood. The defense objects that could be anybody's blood, that could be anything's blood. It's a fillet knife. It's supposed to be covered in blood. This is evidence of nothing. The next thing they find, the next piece of evidence is bloody clothes. According to Bartle's or Pollock's testimony, I should say, the blood spatter is consistent with a wound that would be delivered high on a person's body, around a neck or in the head, something like that. It's not consistent with normal sort of a blood splatter you might get flaying fish and stuff like that. That being said, there's still no evidence that it's human blood or it could be animal blood. No, this guy's a fisherman. There should be blood. And the last piece of evidence that they bring in is a lantern spattered with blood. The defense has nothing to add to that. Then there's a lot of gathered whispering when that last piece of evidence is brought in.
Anyone could spill blood on a lantern.
Just listening to them talk about blood splatter and all of that, how much of what they're saying checks out, and how much of it is just babble to impress the audience?
You can give me a intelligence check, investigation check. Investigation, yes.
Can I also do that?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say anybody who's proficient in investigation could probably give me one of these.
And proficient.
Oh wait, the only other person would probably be Jim. He's not here.
I'm not very smart.
Yeah. So Vivi,
Clearly.
I mean, you don't know, you're not sure, but Lazarus. I just realized there's no music playing. Yeah, most of what he's saying is checking out. But the bit about the clothes is it's maybe not trying to impress the jury or the court so much as it's just wild conjecture. Like you get the impression that Pollock doesn't really know that much about the typical blood spatter on like dockboard fishermen. You know, that just seems a very obscure sort of thing for him to be able to guess, and he's probably pulling that out of his ass. But a lot of what they're saying does check out.
Okay.
That being said, the defense is everything the defense is throwing in there is also very legitimate. Basically, your best estimation of this case is a lot of circumstantial stuff and absolutely nothing other than that lantern. The lantern is the closest thing to a smoking gun, but even that's not like hard.
It's a lantern.
Yeah, it's a lantern. It's weird that it has blood on it, but that's about it. But that's the last witness, and the defense or the prosecution will rest its case. The defense will call the guy up there, Soldano. The guy moves very slowly, very quietly, sits down. Mr. Soldano, is it? Do you have anything to say? Let me ask, sir. Where were you on the night of any gas for one of the murders?
That's the accused guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the accused guy. And he just goes, I was at home. What were you doing at home, sir? Sleeping. Okay. How about the night of another murder? I was at home, sleeping.
Do you seem to be under the effect of anything? Either
You can
a
give
spell
me
or a drug?
you give me an insight.
Can I do that too, since he
Yes.
said drug?
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Excellent. Both of you can ascertain. Oz, you can definitely tell he is not under the effect of a drug. He doesn't seem to be, or at least any drug that you're aware of. But you can tell, but you could both tell, this guy is just weird. There's something weird going on with him. Either he is weird, or it's something that is, it's not magical, it's not drug based. But either this guy's just fucking weird, and he's always sort of quiet and kind of spacey, or it would be something that is neither drug nor magical. You have no idea what that would be.
Like
Neither do I,
like he's been
Manipulated.
it's possible
broken in some way.
Is he acting himself? Can we tell, or is he acting under the influence of something?
He doesn't. Okay, he doesn't seem to be under the influence of anything. Let's see. How to put this? He is a guy who you can ascertain would be very easy to coach into giving any sort of testimony that you could want. You have no evidence one way or the other if that has happened, but if you wanted to, this would be a perfect guy to do that to.
Mm-hmm. Easy to manipulate.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just, like, for each question, he gives very simple, short answers, but he does in a very monotone and slow sort of voice. He admits to nothing, but he doesn't offer any sort of defense other than, I was at home sleeping. And unfortunately, that's the only witness that the defense has. The guy has no relatives, it seems. He has no friends or anything like that to speak on his behalf, and the defense just sort of rests its case. And the guy, I guess, sits down. the Judge Ironbeard will bang his gavel and declare a 15-minute recess. Actually, let's make it a 10-minute recess because I have to go to the bathroom.
I love
So-
recess.
So we'll do a break in game and an out of game.
Perfect.
You got it.
You guys watch
Sorry.
Recess? That was a great show.
It was a
It
good
is a
show.
great show.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm late. I got-
That's the one with like the cannibalistic kindergartners.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I gotta watch that again.
Yep.
They always ate a certain type of ice cream. What was it again?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry, I'm late. I got
These
stuck
things
at my farmer's house drinking wine.
That's a
At your
good reason to be
farmer's
late.
house?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't the one driving, so I didn't. I only had limited control over when we left.
That's fair.
Good.
And I
I'm
was
glad
like,
you were
I
not
gotta
driving.
Go. No, I'm pretty lit right now. Quite honestly, I'm honestly doing my best to hold my shit together.
It's
You're
the
doing
reason
You're doing a good job.
Ezo's sleeping it off for you.
Yeah.
That's great. That's why you said he had 4 beers in him, right? Well, I guess 4
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
be that much for Ezo.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, there-
funny. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say there were 3 of us drinking, and between the 3 of us, we essentially drank 3 bottles of wine.
Oh wow.
So I've got
Yeah.
about a bottle of wine in me right now, and
Jesus, man.
I know, and I just downed like 2 slices of pizza for dinner, like while everything was going on. And like I'm starting to
Yeah. Drink some
my
water.
brain is starting to be my own again.
Funny. Charlie and Jolly and I have a game on Tuesday, and I refer to this game as this is the drinking game. This is the game where I'm allowed to have beer.
Wait, you don't drink during the other game?
Curse of Strahd. Curse of Strahd is depressing. That's not the time to drink.
I need to drink during Curse of Strahd. During this game is fun. Drinking during the other game is a necessity.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Strahd.
weirdly enough, Tuesday and Wednesday are my 2 like heaviest drinking nights of the week.
I absolutely believe that.
I'd say you gotta be sober for this game and pay attention to everything.
No, I just missed it all and just have fun.
Well, that's,
I'm
you
relying
do that
on you
for
guys.
everything.
What?
Thank-
You do that for everything.
Yeah,
Thankfully,
you're right.
my tolerance is high enough that by the time that I'm really starting to feel it, we're getting close to ending anyway.
Yeah. I'm glad that I kind of have not kind of, that my character is like a big fool because
Use that as an excuse.
That's why I play the fools,
like
man.
trying to
I don't have to remember
trying
shit. My
to
character's dumb.
That's the good part, man.
well, and yeah,
This
like
is
I definitely,
rely on intelligence checks, dear boy. Rely on intelligence checks. Have the DM remind you.
well, it's another good thing about having low intelligence. It's in character.
I never play characters with high intelligence.
Right.
Who actually has a positive intelligence in the group?
Me. I have +2.
Wow.
I would.
I have to get it higher, to be honest.
I believe that you're the smartest of us, no doubt.
Vivian would be much smarter.
All right, yeah, my intelligence is a -8.
What?
Mine's 10.
-8?
Yeah, mine's 10. My
Oh, sorry,
strength
not
is
-8. My intelligence is 8.
Eight.
I
-8.
-1. Yeah.
-8. Holy shit, you're fucking
Holy
like
shit.
animal.
I'm a potato.
They make
There are
good batteries.
jellies that have higher intelligence than that.
I aspire to be a jelly.
I need more intelligence, to be honest, for my spells and shit.
I'm just a beefcake.
True. True.
Just a hunky beefcake.
We're all hunky beefcakes. Now I want beef and cake. Like,
Why not mix the two?
Exactly. That. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not feeling anything. I don't know why. I've had at
Me
least 3
either, I
ounces.
swear.
Hold on, I gotta have more.
Okay, so that's done. Got that. All right. Looks like Lee's still out. Okay, he's got 2 minutes.
Oh, this is gonna taste nasty now.
Still gonna drink it.
Nasty. Regret.
I'm so glad nobody bought tuxedos without me. That was the one thing I was really worried about when I realized it was going to be late. I was like, God, I hope they don't buy tuxedos. I can't wait for them to play that.
Same.
I love that. Like that's our exciting.
That's our goal today.
Well, it's funny. I was
I feel
thinking
like
about it
this
early
game.
today because yesterday Josh, Lee, and I were talking, and it was funny. We were talking about how like it's funny. Like Josh has put all this stuff in front of us, like this murder, the like the demon dog things,
Mhm.
the cat things, and the thing that's grabbed us the most has been like buying
Tuxedo.
tuxedos. And I was thinking about it today, and I was like, we're a party of criminals, and everything else those other 3 things are like that's cop business. None of
Yeah.
us want to be like do cop work.
Fair.
This is secretly why I'm here. I'm here to drag you into the plot, kicking and screaming.
Not necessarily, but anyway.
I know, it was a joke.
Yes. Okay, so we're all here. Let's cut to Jimheim inside the carriage.
Whoa.
So Jim, you're in your family's carriage. You're with your sister Genevieve, and Lucius is sitting across from you. He apparently is looking over a little notebook that he keeps on him. He's just writing something down. Genevieve's just like, "Hey, how's it going? Where have you been?"
Oh, just out and about.
Not at all.
How are you doing, Jenny?
I'm okay. Dad's been
You-
looking for you. He's been real upset that you haven't been coming home.
Yeah, it's been a tough few days. How's everyone doing?
Mom's still mom. Dad's been dad. Have you heard anything about Madison?
No, I've heard nothing. I'm sorry, I'm really high right now.
You're what? You're hot? She feels your forehead.
Yes, I'm very hot.
Mistress Genevieve, perhaps you should let Master Jimheim rest. He's had a long couple of days.
Well, it's
You're not feeling well right now, isn't that
What?
right, Master Jimheim?
I'm okay. But why are you bringing me? Why are you treating me like I'm a captive? What is this?
You're not a captive, sir.
Well, then, can I just go?
Genevieve's just like, why do you want to go?
I was having a good time. You should have seen it. I was playing with this big frog. I went to a fight.
A big frog?
The frog ate
That sounds gross.
Oh, come on! Don't put on airs for me.
No, I mean, that sounds gross. Did you touch it? Was it slimy?
Yeah, it was a little slimy.
Great
Ew.
conditioner.
It licked me. That was really slimy.
What? That's ew. And she scoots away from you.
Half your body was in its mouth.
Half my body was in its mouth.
Lucius just raises an eyebrow. Are, sir, are you certain you're feeling well?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that actually happened.
It totally did. It did.
I see. Well, if you want to leave, Master Jimheim, we can pull over the carriage. But you just got here. Dad's been looking for you.
Oh, God. I guess I'm going to have to speak to him sooner or later. How fast is the carriage moving?
It's pretty slow. Because of the trial, there are a lot of people like on the streets, even though it's raining. There's a lot of like cart traffic, so it can't really go that fast. You could hop out very easily with absolutely no problem. If that's what you're thinking.
All right. Here's the thing. I really had some appointments with my friends there. Tell Father I'll see him soon. And then I go and I open the door and I hop out and try and roll.
Okay. You roll. There's no need to, but you do.
Yeah. And I start running.
You hear Genevieve. Jeff, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm sorry,
No.
Jenny. I'll be back.
Okay. God damn it, guys. I do one scene without you, and this is what happens.
I didn't start it. Actually.
Anyway, if we're done with fuckdads.com.
It's a real website.
I don't care.
I'm not trusting you that it's not porn. I'm not clicking on that URL.
I hope it is porn. Anyway, so the rest of you, they're wrapping up the I'm blanking what the fucking term is. They're wrapping up the pause, the adjournment, I guess. I don't know. And you, God damn it! I'm just gonna look at the journal. I'm not looking at your chat.
Probably for the best.
Anyway, did you guys want to discuss anything before the trial gets back underway?
I'll reiterate to Laz, which I said I already told him everything before. That guy does not look like the guy that I saw. The guy had missing fingers, for one, and obviously suspicious, as I'm sure we all suspect. Yeah.
Laz is not happy with this, but how in Waterdeep court that determines guilt or innocence?
In this case, it's going to be the judge's call.
Okay.
I mean, I would say something, but I wouldn't say it out loud in the middle of everybody listening and it being active. I mean, I'd tell the judge if we could get him again without fucking Tannerus there.
Yeah, okay. I don't think there's anything we can actually do right now.
Yeah, probably not. I feel the same way.
Laz is gonna shake his head.
I mean, we'll just take all this information and then catch the real Lantern Man and bring him here and be like, bam, we're cool. And we'll say it exactly like that in those words.
Might not have that long. And he's gonna nod towards the defendant.
What, would they really kill him?
A profile murder case. Multiple murders. Yeah, they're gonna make an example.
I mean, they would probably keep him behind
That's
bars for a
accurate,
while.
right, Dolly?
Yeah, you're right, Les.
Would they kill him today?
That's.
Is there a specific
Don't know.
day in the week that the executions happen?
Mm,
Executions used to always be done on Friday.
let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying. Intelligence check, I guess, would be the best thing to roll for this.
Okay.
I know the answer. I just don't know how you guys would get the answer. So give me an intelligence check. I guess that
Well,
would be.
wouldn't I know just from being on the city watch?
Yeah. Like usually it's going to be reserved for a day, a specific day. They're probably not going to kill him today because it's raining. It would be a public execution. They're not going to do it in the rain. With an intelligence check, Vivi, between okay, they're not going to do it today, but like Laz has been saying, it's high profile. They're probably going to do it sooner rather than later. You'd put it within the next 3 days is probably when they do it.
Basically, first chance they have full sun.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're gonna save him, we have to move.
I mean, if he doesn't have any family or anything, and he's just a place-in. If he's just a place-in and he really doesn't have any family, then the people who placed him there could have some fucking words that I'm trying to think. They're involved with the murders. Dun-na. I do make that noise in character.
Laz is gonna arch an eyebrow. You get the sense that if the situation weren't what it was, you'd have gotten a little bit more murk that you are getting.
I mean, that's just me.
I don't think we're gonna find anything in time to save him.
As you're talking, Tanavast walks by as she's on her way to her seat. Come now, Mr. Wolf. We don't want to hold up the trial now, do we? Looks like they're about to start again. And she'll just keep walking and sit down.
I just keep quiet.
Captain, I have no way of knowing how much she heard of what.
Yeah.
You get the impression she didn't hear anything. She wasn't really paying attention. And again, she was only walking past you. You saw her talking with other people. Like, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you wouldn't have said anything in a volume that she would hear at a distance when she would be able to hear it. You know.
Yeah.
So you guys are smarter than that. So.
Most of us.
The two of you, at least, are smart enough for that. Meanwhile, what's Jim up to? Oh, Jim's not here. Okay, never mind. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just running back.
Oh, okay.
But I'm kind of extra. Once I get out of their sight, I'm not running. I'm just walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so back to the rest. Yeah, you keep breaking up, Lee. Other than that, we'll cut back to the rest of you in the courthouse. Hang on, is Lee having trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I see.
Back.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I heard some.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So again, the trial is reconvening. As everybody takes their seats, the defense attorney will stand up. Your Honor, my client would like to take the stand again. He wasn't feeling well. The judge sort of strokes his beard. I'll allow it. Just make it quick. The defendant gets back on stage, or gets back not on stage, back in the box. And Soldano just sits there. The defense attorney goes up to him. Sir, would you like to change your plea? Yes. I and everybody can give me insight checks as he's talking. Okay. Don't know what Laz gets. Although 13 can get you something. Vivi, you can see like as he's talking, he's obviously having trouble talking, and like parts of his face are twitching. It's almost like he's like having a bit of a spasm or something. There we go, Laz.
Oh.
Perfect. Yeah, Laz, you can see that the guy's talking with great difficulty, and it's almost like he's having some sort of mild seizure as he's talking. He's having like parts of him are spasming. The edges of his mouth are twitching, and his one of his eyelids is actually twitching. And he's just like, I didn't do this. I didn't do this. You can't do this to me. I can't. Don't do this to me. I didn't do anything. And then suddenly he gets very quiet.
Well then.
And he looks up. Sorry about that.
Did it look like the judge noticed any of that?
Yeah, the whole court like freaked out by that. Sir, are you feeling well? I'm feeling fine. Anyway, I'd like to change my plea. I'm guilty.
Objection!
God damn it. God damn it, Oz.
Like a thunderbolt in the cutting the
God.
silence. Oz, what do you say?
I said
All
objection.
all eyes turn to you.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't do it. I did it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Idiots.
Holy fuck. Alright, goodbye,
Goodbye, Oz. Goodbye. I'll
It was
see you in
nice
the next
knowing
game.
Yeah.
You can give me a deception check, Oz.
Oh my god.
Oh, holy crap.
What a twist!
So you stand up and say that. The whole court gets silent, and then Oz, you see all the reporters on one side of the room suddenly like pull out their notepads and start jotting it down, like jotting details down.
Oh my god.
Two of the two bailiffs like look at the judge. I'm sorry, who are you, sir?
Oz Blue Blood.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh my god, your
Oh
full real
my
name.
god.
Oh, God.
The judge just looks at the bailiffs. They walk over. They grab Oz by the arms.
Holy shit.
Mr. Blue Blood,
And this is why we're not sitting next to him.
please approach the bench. And they walk up with Oz.
What
Mr.
the hell's
Blue Blood,
going
would
on?
You're sitting with us.
Yeah, and I'm fucking leaving.
Mr. Blue Blood, do you want to change that statement? Did you commit these murders?
Maybe?
Oh my god.
He's lying, says Soldano. I did it.
What?
The accused. That's
did
the
it.
accused guy.
Yeah.
He did not do it. I know that for sure.
And how do you know this for sure? Is it
He
because you
has
commit?
all of his fingers.
I'm sorry. How is that relevant, sir?
Think about it. How could he hold? Wait, a second.
Think about it.
Wait for it.
The prosecutor stands up. Your Honor, this is clearly some sort of farce.
Your mother-
You know who let me in?
Who did let this man in?
What the fuck is his name?
Durnan.
Roller Durnan.
Durnan let me in. He said I was a VIP.
Give me a deception check for that.
Yeah, fuck Darnan.
Please. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, you shout that, and from the back of the room you hear, "I didn't let that motherfucker in."
Fuckdarnan.com.
Fuck Durnan.
Checking if that's a website.
And
Is that a
the
website?
judge looks down. He rubs his temples. Mr. Blue Blood, I don't appreciate people making a mockery of my court.
It's not.
That man is under some kind of influence.
I'm not under any influence. I don't know what he's talking about.
You should magically check him using inspection people.
Not yet. It's not. The judge looks down to Mr. Blue. Mr. Blue Blood, we have magical experts from the noble order on hand. We can we will definitely double check to make sure there is no sort of magical tampering with this. Let me rest assured that I want only I want this case settled. I want the perpetrator brought to justice as much as you do, and we will take all precautions. Thank you for your concern, Mr.
What
Blue.
kind of precautions have you taken so far?
Ironbeard strokes, just sort of like drums his fingers on his desk. He's just like, Mr. Blue Blood, listen, we'll have let's see, what he call it? Yeah, I guess he'll fuck it. He'll say, well, we'll have him questioned under a zone of truth.
Hey, listen to this, reporters. Listen to this. He's dodging the question.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Don't do that. to the
Oh
judge.
shit!
What kind of
Don't shit
precautions
talk the
have
judge.
you taken right now?
He pulls
How do
out
we
his
know he's not under the influence?
He pulls out a gavel. Mr. Blue Blood, I don't appreciate accusations about my conduct or my character in my court.
What kind of precautions?
Bangs his gavel. Okay, get him out of here. Contempt of court.
I'll be like
leans
squirming
over
as
to
they're like
Vivi.
pulling me up. Okay.
Okay.
Laz leans over to Vivi and says, "This is why we didn't interrupt."
Exactly.
They drag Oz out of the courtroom, squirming the entire time.
Okay, as they're dragging me out, I'm gonna be, listen to me, reporters! He didn't take any precautions! That man is under influence!
The reporters are just like jotting everything down. This is good stuff.
Oh my god.
They drag Oz out of the room. The doors slam behind him. The judge just sort of rubbing his temple. Could we get a mage over here real quick? One of the I believe it's called the Noble Order or whatever they're called. The Mages Guild. Yeah, the Mages Guild guys. They'll head over. You can see he's wearing like a pin for his guild and whatnot, and he'll in fact like cast a detect magic on Soldano, and sure enough, he doesn't seem to have like there's no sort of visible reaction. Vivi, you can give me an Arcana check to see if it's on the up and up. Yeah, sure. I mean, he's doing the hand wave thing that you saw Vivian do. all the
Mhm.
time. It's probably fine.
I wasn't as good at
Yeah. But he seems to cast detect magic on him. He's just like, everything checks out, sir. All right then.
Can I do an Arcana check as well?
Are you proficient in Arcana?
I'm not proficient in Arcana, but I would have
Then
been at
I'm gonna
trials.
That's
That's
you
fair.
know what? Good point. You've probably seen this done before. I'll let you make a. Yeah, you can give me an intelligence check. We'll say with
Okay.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Hmm.
Good.
9. He does the hand wave thing.
Magic is not my strong suit.
And to answer your question, Oz, it was against the accused guy. According to this guy, there's no sort of spell or magical effect on him.
Who's the mage?
The mage is one of the noble order of magists and protectors. They're Waterdeep's magic guild and registration office.
Hmm.
And you'd have them on hand for trials and stuff like that. And he doesn't detect magic and doesn't get anything. But with that, the judge is just like, if we don't have any more outbursts, Mr. Soldano, are you certain you want to stick with your plea? Yes, I committed the murders. All of them. That was me. All right, then. Well, then I find you guilty, and he'll bang his little gavel. As such, I order. It's just like, are you certain you want to go with this plea? Yes. All right then. If that's the case, Mr. Soldano, I sentence you to death by hanging at the next opportune time for the city. The prosecutor stands up. I believe tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, sir. All right then. Noon tomorrow, I sentence you to death by hanging. May the gods have mercy on your soul, sir. He bangs the little gavel, and the court is adjourned. Oz, meanwhile, you're dragged in front of a magister.
It's like a
It's like it's
gift shop salesman, right?
No. It's basically a
a super cop.
yeah. That's a way of putting it. It's more like a low-ranking judge.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, so what do we got here? Contempt of court. Let's see. Mr. Blue Blood, is that right?
Some circles, maybe.
I'm sorry.
What am I dragged in for? I know my rights.
Sir, it's, from what I understand, you committed contempt of court. Is that right?
Define that for me.
What it means is that you disrespected the court, sir. Interrupted its proceedings.
Define disrespect.
All right. Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes. Now, Mr. Blue Blood, I don't have any prior convictions here for anything like this.
No, I'm clean as a whistle.
Clean as a whistle. Okay. He looks over a few papers. All right. Let's see. Contempt of court. Is there a contempt of court in the Code Legal? I don't think there is.
I don't think so.
I don't think that. I feel like this is probably an edict thing. Okay, sir. I'm gonna have to ask you to sign these. We're gonna let you off. No fine this time, but you are under edict, so please be aware of that. I'm gonna put you down for 2 weeks. And basically, you are barred from any sort of public governmental functions or buildings. Please stay away from any of the courthouses, Blackstaff Tower. In fact, it's honestly, sir, I'd probably just stay out of Castle Ward if I were you. That being said, don't break any laws for the next 2 weeks, and you'll be fine. But if you do, just be aware that there will be a 150 gold piece fee if you do violate the terms of your edict. Is that understood, sir?
This sounds like racism.
Excuse me?
Oh my god.
I said gesundheit.
Okay then.
Oh.
And he'll hand you a copy of your edict. Basically, stay out of governmental buildings, no interrupting civil functions, and don't commit any more any more edict-worthy offenses, and you'll be fine
For 2 weeks.
for 2 weeks, 10 days.
Hmm.
Let's see.
When I
Let's-
sign my name, I'm gonna make it look like really stupid. Like it's
Okay.
like it's just two squiggly lines. It doesn't really.
Look like
Okay,
anything.
Fair enough. With that done, did anybody have anything they wanted to accomplish at the courthouse?
Not in particular.
Yeah, maybe I come up like just as
Everyone's
Oz
getting
is
out.
being escorted.
Yeah.
Damn, you
Oh,
high as
look.
fuck, Jam, right?
Oh, Oz, my man. Your stuff works. I snuck away from my butler and sister really well.
Good.
We should get out of here. Is the show almost over? Did you object?
Yeah, I tried. It wasn't like a wedding at all.
Oh. Well, I wish I was there to see it. Oh, God.
Oh my god.
This damn butler.
Put yourself on some bad people's radar, kid.
Is he there?
Are we out?
I'm gonna say Laz is probably
Everyone's
not there
letting
at this
out.
moment.
No.
Yeah, Laz has.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry. I thought this was.
Nope,
I
trial
thought
hasn't
was
let out
meeting
just
up
yet.
after.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're still
Never
on
mind.
that.
That for later.
I think we need to find this guy so we can get some reward or something, you know?
Has anyone offered us a reward?
Yeah, I'm sure there's some kind of reward.
Yeah,
This guy's
maybe.
like gonna get die and stuff. I'm sure if we get the right guy, get some money.
Sure. Well, can we go tux shopping first? I'm getting bored.
The
Oh my
door
God, yes.
of the court opens up real quick, and the towering Mr. Durnan steps out, stares down at Oz.
I just like up and down my eyebrows. You know?
Hey there, street frog.
Hey there, dead man walking.
Excuse me.
Do you want to get punched in the
You're
face?
excused. Then I walk away.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he'll grab you by the top of your head.
I want to step between them.
I'm
You're
gonna
not there.
dodge it.
How am I not there? We're
Oh no,
outside
that's
the
right. That's
house.
right. You slipped out. That's right. You slipped out, didn't you?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Before.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, you can be here if you want.
Yeah, I want to be fucking there, and I want to step between him.
The fuck are you?
I'm a fucking person, you asshole.
Ooh.
Shit.
I don't remember letting you in.
Didn't.
We're
Yeah,
not
got it.
inside, are we? We're on the goddamn steps.
No, I mean I don't remember letting you pass my line. I don't let animals pass my line.
I just keep staring him straight in the eye.
What do you say, Oz?
Down at him.
Wait, what did you say, Izo?
I just keep staring at him. I looking down into his eye.
He'll like lean over and he'll look over at Oz. I don't appreciate you bringing my name up, trying to smear my reputation, street frog.
What reputation, child murderer?
The fuck you talking about, kid?
Ooh.
Well, whew.
Juicy shit.
I'm
Is it
saying
hot
you
out
fucking
here?
kill children.
Don't know any children I've killed.
That's because they're dead.
Occasionally I've killed a stray mutt. No kids.
Well, I have heard there's a dog problem recently.
In Sea Wars.
Hey guys.
Keep staring at Izo.
I just keep staring back. I'm just gonna stand there, just like fucking flexing, just like keep like staring him in the goddamn eye.
Can we roll to see who
Stone-faced.
blinks first?
Institution checks.
He'll just look at you and he'll go, "Get the fuck out of my court.
We're not in court, motherfucker.
Get out of my courthouse."
I don't want to be here anyway. It was boring. Let's go, Izo. I pat him on the shoulder.
I'm gonna wait 5 seconds and then I'll slowly back away, still keeping it like fucking eye contact.
Fight.
Holy moly, that was tense.
Who let these fucking things in the goddamn city? I swear to God.
What a tribe out.
I'll rip his head from his shoulders one day.
One day.
I'll pants him one day.
Where's that guy live? I might know a guy.
I don't think any of you probably know where Durnan lives. If you wanted to, you could ask around and try and find that out. But that probably wouldn't be a thing you'd do around here at this point. And right about this point, the trial's probably letting out.
So we're all back together now.
Yeah.
Well, how did it go? Did Oz's objection work?
Hell no, it didn't. Oz, what the fuck were you thinking? Saying you did it, that's retarded.
Yeah, I got the
That
fuck
you're
out of
funny.
there.
What? That's what you said? Oh my god, I can't believe I missed this.
It was dramatic.
Are you trying to
Got-
die?
Not
On the
really.
Are
radar,
you
some
suicidal?
bad
Do we
people,
need
kid.
to have a talk, Oz? Because that's
It
not
got
okay.
the journalist going. It was a good attention seeker.
Oh, yeah, sounds
Forever.
like a great story.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Ah, fuck. Thank God we were not sitting next to you.
That's smart. I probably wouldn't have either. That's a good move.
Well,
No, it's
either
you
way,
at the show.
the accused is definitely not the guy that I saw. Or King saw. Because King saw him too.
No. But the people who want this to happen, and they're high enough up that
The people who want this to
You
happen
mean-
want the murders to keep happening, is what I think.
Well, where were we when you guys saw that? Maybe we should go back there and investigate.
I don't want to go back there. Not now, anyway.
There could be like a reward or something if we get the
There's
right guy.
definitely a reward. I'm off edict.
I mean, we need money.
We do
You need
need
money.
money.
How are we
lot
gonna
of
start up a
money.
joint if we don't have money? We need money.
I know. We're gonna
So
get
many-
to it. And the guy's hanged tomorrow. Not that I think that will affect whether or not we get rewarded if we find the actual murderer.
But if we find him before he gets killed,
That would be nice. Because
we might get more of a reward. We're like, oh yeah, look, you almost
Look,
killed
While
the guy.
they're
You should owe us
an
more money,
innocent
you know?
man. Yeah.
while they're arguing about a reward, Laz is just walking.
Walking
Where?
any
He's
particular
heading
place?
he's heading to Dockward. He's heading to his office.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going for walkies for a minute. Okay.
3 circles.
Wait, Laz, where are you going?
Then there's your poo for Durnan.
With one leg.
As he does walk past Durnan, Laz says, "No, your reputation is earned." As well.
When they started letting animals in the fucking force.
Ooh.
When Laz smiles, he makes damn sure that Durnan sees one of his fangs, one of his canines.
Yeah, when you do that, he just reaches up, or he just reaches down, and pats the hilt of his sword.
You should say that they let animals join the day he joined.
That's what I was thinking.
Ooh.
But
Laz likes to keep those types of opinions closer to his vest than that. But he's definitely thinking it.
Smart man.
To answer Vivi's question, because presumably at my office I would be able to catch up with like rumors and things like that, right?
And details on the case, I guess.
Exactly. So, chasing down leads.
Well, he's already got my details, so I guess we'll let him do what he's gonna do. Jemheim, are you all right?
It lasts an hour.
sorry, yeah. I'm just still a little stoned.
Oh, I look at
Lucius came in again.
Oh fuck! Wait, how'd you get away?
Well, I just jumped out of the carriage, of course.
And they didn't follow you. They didn't follow
You
you.
notice
did
that
they?
actually, like, half of my coat is just like totally dusty, and I don't think so. But he knows that I was at the court, so I'd prefer to
Fuckers
leave.
know everything.
I know. I don't know how he keeps finding me.
I'm still
Probably going to have to
pretty
deal with
sure
it at
they
some
are
point.
a
But
hive mind.
Maybe
butlers?
you have a tracker.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
gosh.
within the Butler Hive.
how my next project, Butler Hive musical. Oh my goodness, it's genius! I
That
can't
would be
wait.
a great musical. Yes, you are right.
What's the ditty?
We'll work on it.
Okay.
I can't come up with tunes when I'm not good at show tunes when I'm stoned. It's
Anyway, I would still believe that he's fucking watching us right now, so we need to get the fuck out of here.
yes, actually. Oh jeez.
Not a
Oh
real
my God.
website, unfortunate.
The first
That's the one I
though.
want to be the website the most.
Especially if it's porn.
Oh yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. What do we do next? We can't go save that guy right now, or look for the guy. I mean, I guess we could look for the guy, but didn't we have something else to do? I feel like we had something else to do that I completely forgot about. Totally not on purpose.
Don't we need new tuxedos for
Oh,
the concert or thing we're supposed to be going to play?
Yeah.
Yes,
Fancy bullshit thing.
We do need good fancy wear for the play, which is
Play.
tomorrow. So we should definitely get that today.
Let's go to some really like random, not very well known at all store if we go to one. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. What? Yeah, sure. I'd also be down. We should go hang out with King after that, maybe. I don't know though. He needs a. Does he have a? He doesn't wear much clothes.
He looks great the way he is all the
Yeah,
time.
like he would be fine, right? Like I don't know if he needs,
Totally.
but I feel like clothes shopping with King would be pretty great.
It would. It would. He totally doesn't need any more. In fact, he could use less. I mean, he's fine. He's fine, actually.
Oh, baby. I agree. He's a very sexy man.
Catman. Yeah, anyway,
He's got a long mane.
yeah,
Yes.
he does.
Yeah.
Very long.
Like to pet him.
Me too.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I'm.
Do
Apparently
I
getting
know?
very hot and bothered.
Do I know?
Has
all
ever been
the-
to bookbutlers.com?
Uh,
That's great stuff.
Has Lazarus did Lazarus already walk off?
Yeah, according to Laz, he has. Yeah.
Back to his office in Hogwarts.
Like,
He
hear any of
wouldn't
this?
Nope. You headed off. Okay, so tuxedo shopping for
Am I-
most of you.
Mm-hmm.
On again.
Yeah.
So you guys, let's see here. Let me take you back to the main map. Okay. Let's see. So if you're going tuxedo shopping, you've got a couple of options here. You could go to Trade Ward, and you're going to have to do a little bit of searching in Trade Ward. Like anything in particular you could find there, but it's all sort of jumbled up. You're going to have to ask around to find the right sort of place that might have tuxedos. You also have the issue of like things in Trades Ward are probably going to be a little bit more expensive. But if you wanted to go to either North or Seaward, you would have a much easier time finding fancy clothes. And because it's sort of catering to a higher clientele, the prices are going like there's not a space premium in those sectors. So it's really up to you if you want to go to fancy places or you just want to walk around Trades Ward.
Totally not gonna go to Seaward. Fuck that. 100%.
Jim Heim is the fanciest man I know. I trust his judgment.
Oh Lord, I don't know.
Do I probably
so
know
many-
the location of all my parents' shops?
You definitely know a location of quite a few of them, yeah.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Do I know the location of all my parents' shops?
Actually, yeah, Oz probably knows a lot of where all of his family businesses are.
So you said there were a lot in Sea Ward and Trades Ward.
Mhm.
Well, you know,
Trades
I
Ward's
find
much closer. That's
I'm
not
down
go
with
to
Trades Ward. You
Seaward.
can find
Seaward's dangerous.
you find the most eccentric clothing when you really go in the dives and those back alley thrift shops. That's where
Yeah,
you really get the
that's
good
true.
finds.
You get good stuff for
That's
cheap
true.
prices.
That's where I got my stuff.
See, smart man here, Oz. Genius, really. If I do say
I'm
so
always
yeah.
a genius.
I say Trades Ward. We don't need to be
Tradesward. Yep, tradesward.
those with the highest fashions are the ones with the lowest self-esteem.
Mhm.
We make our new fashions. They're the ones behind the times. We make the
Totally.
new
You're a
times.
hipster, Jim.
100%.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Okay. So you guys are heading to Trades Ward. Quick question: is there like a big white square for you guys on your map?
No.
Nope.
I don't
Okay, that's
actually
strange.
see a big white square.
What?
I don't.
I don't see it.
Nope, it looks normal.
Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. My page just be loading slowly. Oh, there it is. Okay, so my map's back. Okay, so going around Trades Ward. Let's see. Each of you give me, except for Laz, obviously, give me charisma checks. Asking around, trying to find a good clothing shop.
That's about right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
all right.
God damn, Jim.
I'm a little
Shit.
distracted.
Wow.
Jim is too high. He's reached that point where it's just like too much.
Oh
So you,
my God.
it's not that you don't find a place, but we're gonna cut to Laz while you guys are searching. So, Laz, you actually have time to get to your fucking office with how long it's gonna take them to find.
I'm not asking on purpose.
Nice.
We'll go with that.
I keep cussing out people as I ask them.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so you get back to the station in Dock Ward. As you're entering the door, you've got the usuals are at their desks, sort of taking reports. They're leading some suspects into the jail cells back there. Let's see, where is he? That should be under law and politics. Where are you? There he is. You see Seth sitting at his desk, writing a couple of things down. But yeah, what do you want to do here?
Oh man. Sort of nod towards Seth.
Yeah, Seth looks up from his work. Wolf, so good to see you. Didn't know you're back in town.
Just got back.
Good. I've been holding. I've been holding up. Things have gotten real interesting here the past few days.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh, I see. You heard about the Lantern Man case?
And I feel like I know Seth well enough that I would be letting him see that I don't.
You
Sound
don't
about
what?
right. That
You
I
don't
don't
what?
really buy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say like Seth is essentially an uncle for you. But yeah, he'll nod and he'll tap his pen on the table. Yeah, tough business. I don't know. We have listen. The boss wanted to wrap that whole thing up real quick. Saint Domain got a lead. Had a couple of hunches. We raided the place. Pollock and Bartle found stuff, but you know, I don't. Did he do it? Who knows? But it gets it out of our hair, I guess.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Ah,
why? You got what are you thinking?
well, what do you think's gonna happen when?
Ask him about what I told you.
Say the goblin did it.
Yeah. How many people are there around?
Like there's probably half dozen people, but none of them are paying attention to you.
Okay.
Everything's just kind of like super busy at the moment.
I don't remember the name of the street, but I'm gonna ask. You hear anything about? It was that Vivi saw the Lantern Man on.
Let's see. He strokes his chin. Yeah, I heard something about there was some sort of altercation over that way a couple of nights ago. But I mean, I don't know too much about it. I know Pollock and Bartle responded to it. He's looking through his notes. They say that the guy was using a knife. Got shot. But according to Bartle, he never found them.
Well, do you know Pollock and Bartle?
I know them reasonably well. They've always been straight guys, as far as I know. I wouldn't exactly ask him to hold my purse, but then again, you know,
Oh,
I wouldn't. You know, I don't think they. You know, with the they're you know, not with with the chief. So good to see you. As you see Tanavast walking in. She nods to everybody as she's walking past and heading towards her office in the back.
Captain.
Inspector, when you're done there, come see me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Seth looks back at you. I bet she's going to have a. Anyway. So, you know, I don't think they're with the captain, but you know, but it's Dockwood, kid. You know how it is.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Seth. Watch your back.
Always do, kid. Hey, listen, we got if you want the files on the case, I'll get them on your desk. How about that?
Thanks.
Head back to Tanavast's office. Mm-hmm. She'll yeah, you can see she's already behind her desk. Wolf, have a seat. How are you doing, Wolf? How have you been?
Busy.
Good. Find anything interesting on your little vacation?
This would not be something that I would be obliged to report to her, correct?
Technically, no. Anything you do for the Grey Hands, you report to the Black Staff, not her.
Oh, okay. Frustratingly uneventful.
Pity. Well, we're certainly glad to have you back.
Glad to be back. How things been while I've been gone, Captain?
You know, they've been exciting. I don't particularly care for exciting, but we've got one bit of business out of our way, at least. I'm sure all those poor souls will be very happy to know that their murderer will be brought to justice. No thanks to that little goblin back there.
Didn't seem too terribly bright.
I'm just wondering what your connection to him is.
My connection?
Yes, yours.
Vivi, but not
Yep.
Oz, correct?
That is correct.
She's seen Vivi with Oz.
Mm-hmm. Well,
No.
what's your connection?
Not one yet.
Not one yet. Well, how about the half elf? The half elf girl. I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
You know, the
She
brunette.
saw-
Green eyes.
She saw you with me, technically, so.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me. And she'll look at your left hand. Are you... I didn't think you were moving on just yet.
That's going to make Laz shift very uncomfortably. No, not at all, ma'am.
Oh. Pity. I was hoping we might go out for drinks after this. If you were back on the market. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. So, tell me. Connection to the girl. What is it?
She'll ran into them the night I came back. Ran into her
And when was that you got back? Last night, you said?
late last night.
Wasn't that a fun little coincidence? She'll stand up and she'll walk over to the windows that occupy basically the majority of the back wall of her office. She'll just sort of stare out at them.
Coincidence, ma'am?
Don't worry about it. Tell me, Lazarus, do you like working in Dockward?
Like helping make the city better. That.
But
I'm
what
happy
about
to work.
Dockward? Are you happy here in Dockward?
I can help here. Happy enough.
That's good. That's very good. You know, a lot of people don't have that kind of attitude. A lot of people would look at Dockward and a station down here and think of it as, I don't know, a form of punishment or something. Lord knows my uncle did. He used to hate it. Funny that he died in the line of duty down here.
How much do I know about her uncle?
You would know a good deal. Her uncle was was essentially a hero cop. His name was Haskell Durant. Died in the died trying to save kids from a fire that would be That was probably about it's 18, 20 years ago.
Okay.
There's a statue of him here in Dockward somewhere.
Okay.
But she looks back over at you. Anyway, my uncle did. But
Which could still
I've
use
never.
more like your uncle.
What'd you say? Sorry.
He says Watch could still use more like your uncle.
Maybe. I've never shared his opinion on that, though. Dockward has its problems, but down here, we're away from the hustle and bustle of the rest of the city. Down here, we don't have to worry too much about nobles sticking their noses in other people's business. Everywhere else, we'd have to lick their boots and bow our heads and yes ma'ams and no ma'ams and quaint little curtsies. But down here, people like you and me, we can breathe a little, spread our wings. Down here, it's our show. I wouldn't want any sort of a undue attention brought down to our little section of the city. Any of those pesky tea-sipping nobles coming down here, trying to tell us how to do things. You wouldn't want that, would you?
I'm just.
Good. And if you want to keep protecting, then we need to keep red tape out of the way. And interference from higher-ups and hoity-toity types can only serve to hinder our good work down here. It's our ward. It's my ward. We don't need anybody getting in the way of that now, do we? Good. Keep that in mind when you're with the girl. And her bugbear friend. And her goblin friend.
Fuck you, bitch.
And that clown of hers.
He's a great
And the cat.
clown. And he's a sexy cat.
He is a sexy cat.
Susan, all fantastic. Love it.
There's never been a sexier cat.
True.
I almost said Valarius. Sorry. Lazarus is going to just make a subtle nod and say, "Ma'am, if I have a little bit of work to catch up on."
One last thing. What was all of that about the case? The Lantern Man thing.
Well, case seemed pretty.
Seems pretty simple to me. The guy did it. He admitted to it.
Like I said, get close to home.
Lazarus, I want you to promise me something. I want you to promise me you're not going to go doing something stupid. We finally got that whole Lantern Man business out of our hair. We can start doing other things. The case is settled.
I have no idea what you're implying, Captain.
What I'm implying is the case is settled. Let's keep it settled.
At this entire time, Laz has actually remained standing because he's been sitting the whole time. He's been sitting through the trial. He's remained standing, but he's kind of had his hand behind his back.
Mm-hmm.
This is the hand behind his back sort of tightens into a fist, and then loosens, and then tightens into a fist and loosens. He's very, very, yeah. Sorry, what was the last thing that she had said?
She's telling you the case is closed. The matter's settled. Saint Domain knows what he's doing, Lazarus. I'm sure it will be fine. And if it's not, we'll deal with that when the time comes. But for now, the matter is settled.
Understood.
Good. Because if the matter weren't settled, if more of this Lantern Man business were to start get kicked around, well, it would look bad on Victor, but more importantly, it would look bad on us. We wouldn't want that. Would we?
People should trust the watch.
That's right. You're dismissed, Mr. Wolf.
And he his jaw is clenched as he turns and walks out of the office.
As you put your hand on the knob, give your wife my regards. You do still see her from time to time, right?
Occasionally. Said hi.
If you ever decide to go back on the market, let me know. Either way, I've got work to do.
On the list.
And Laz leaves.
Meanwhile, you guys have finally found a tuxedo shop. It's not that like as you guys have been combing around Tradesward, you've been running into a lot of clothing shops that say Valentine Royal. And Vivi always is power walking past them very briskly.
Yep.
Vivi, they
fair.
probably are not actually, family members. Probably.
They might still know me. Not that that's a problem. I have countermeasures for this.
But you guys have found you guys have found a clothing shop that has tuxedos and nice apparel, dresses, stuff like that, and again is not Valentine Royal.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the guy's just is just approaching you. Yes, how can I help you today?
Oh wait, I still disguised self before we went in there.
Okay.
I'm disguising myself as a cute blonde with blue eyes. Okay, guys, just call me Vanessa Vandergilt. Yeah, that's right. I can't be seen in these kind of places.
Okay, here's the problem though. This is
my
going to throw
God.
off. It's going to be throwing off your whole color scheme when you're trying on outfits.
Trust me, I'm smart about this. I know color schemes. Gem.
I've seen your. I've seen your clothes. I've seen.
And my clothes are great, and my hair has yellow highlights in it. It could still fit, okay? I'm just gonna get something that matches me when my disguise wears off still, okay? Because I am not even going to enter the play as myself. I can't be seen in a dress. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I see what this is.
Hey, what's going on?
Yes.
You wearing a tux?
Hey, well, that's fair. We all have to be other people sometimes.
I mean, I'd wear a tux, and I would love to wear a tux, but they're not going to let me into a play with a tux. I'd have to...
So then what are you going to wear?
Can I get a nice top hat here?
A dress. You probably could.
Ooh.
But yeah, Jem, let's just say I'm your date for the play, and yeah. I'm Vanessa Vandergilt, and we're going to go in there. Come on, let's go.
There might be beautiful people at the play who want to bed me, so I don't know if that's really gonna work.
There's sex here?
Wait, you love sex at play?
That's fine. We could just say we're in an open relationship, Jem, for your sake.
Oh,
Makes you seem more mysterious.
well, I'll have to think about it. All the stuff with me and your sister, it might be
Exotic.
weird for you to join. I don't know if I'm ready to bring our relationship
I'm not
there.
actually going to.
Oh my god.
We'll just
Oh.
say I don't join in. I'm just okay with it, It's just a date. It's not like a
Join in.
relationship, Jem.
This is becoming very complicated.
I just go in there. I am not going in there as myself.
Hey, I'll be your date, Toots. It'll be fine.
I like
I'm like
this.
already disguised as like a sexy blonde.
Isa, we need to get you some good fancy wear. I'm excited to see you spazzed up.
I'm thinking a double-breasted suit.
Oh yes, all the breasts, as many breasts as they have. Get
More
them.
breasts than her.
I only made my breasts slightly larger for this disguise.
Oh, good.
Wait,
They
you
can
don't-
tell you're a girl. Good.
Yeah,
You don't want to alter yourself too much, otherwise it won't fit.
exactly.
And when you try on the dress, they'll notice.
Oh.
Yeah, when they take your inseam, they'll notice a lack of testicles.
I'll dress myself, thank you. Yikes. Okay, whatever. Let's go in there.
Yeah. So the guy will welcome you in. What can I get for you today? We're looking for oh, you're a big one. He looked at Isa.
Yes, we're going to a play, and we need to be very formal. So we just but we don't want to be boring. Don't give us the front of the room stuff. Give us the stuff that's on the back of the racks. The stuff that really is gonna catch eyes and turn heads.
Something
I like this one.
Only
He'll,
the
give
best
you
for us,
and a really tall hat.
a tall hat. Certainly, sir. I will. And he'll lean over to Jim. Is the bugbear also getting claws?
Oh yes.
Oh boy. Okay.
Do you have them in his size?
I trust that you do. I bat my eyes at him.
Yes, certainly. I'm certain we can accommodate your Titanic friend here. Come. I shall.
This is why we go to trade
I
ward.
shall endeavor to make sure you all have always the finest clothing. And he'll lead you back there, and if you guys take a little bit of time, he can get you a double-breasted coat for Izo. Jim, anything in particular you're looking for?
Yeah, just
It's already-
I'm kind of imagining like a 19th century like admiral, kind of like a long coat,
Okay.
like a long tailed,
Oh.
and like a big puffy shirt.
Okay.
Mhm.
Definitely. Yeah. It's like kind of like a suede material.
Nice.
It's very nice.
And for the beautiful young lady, anything in particular?
Anything in canary colored would be just.
Certainly,
marvelous.
ma'am. I have something perfect right there, and he'll pull out like this yellow dress. The skirt is like super poofy and like full of like ruffles. Looks
my
like
eye,
something. Like,
my eye twitches just a little bit, but I just.
I bet this would look charming on you.
Oh yes.
You look like a
Looks like a
absolutely
ballerina
perfect.
outfit.
You look like a dainty princess with these.
Oh, I always wanted to be a princess.
I bet you did. You look like it.
Oh,
Trust me,
thank
I
you,
know these
thank you,
things.
Thank you. You're a wonderful man.
Princess of shit.
Like so many ruffles. This thing is going to be a pain in the ass to move in.
I hate everything.
Yeah, like you go in the back and you like come out like in it, sort of like chain to see if it fits, and he's just like, oh, c'est magnifique. I love it. I love it. It's
Wait.
delightful.
I do a little
I d-
twirl.
Wait a
It's so
second.
adorable.
I have to say something.
Certainly,
Phoebe,
sir.
or whatever your name is.
Vanessa.
Did you really want to wear this? If you want to wear a suit to the play, why don't you wear a suit to the
I
play? It's not gonna
definitely
be a
should be
problem.
wearing this dress to the play.
She obviously wants to wear the dress. Look how good it looks on her.
I would only ever want to wear a dress all the time like I was before.
All right.
And if I may, and he'll lean over to Jim Heim and like put his arm around your shoulder, Jim, and he'll lean in real close. Sir, I would not want to intrude on your sort of private matters, but if you're going to go to the theater with the young lady, I would suggest you remember her name. Trust me. Women, they hate it when you forget their names, especially mid-quitters.
Oh yes. Yes.
You're sleeping with a Roxanne, and the next thing you know, you call them Irving, and they goes. Anyway, trust me, they get very mad when you forget the names and the genders.
Roxanne. Yikes.
Not that I would know. Just saying.
He sounds like a fun guy.
Thank you. I'm told this all the time. Anyway, and he'll.
Thank you for the tip.
He'll go over to Oz. Now, tell me, sir, are you looking for something new?
Yeah, no, I
Something
like the
fresh.
shit I got.
Are you certain? Because I'm just saying, he'll like reach down, and he'll take the edge of your coat, and he'll just like pull it up, and he'll like examine it, almost like it's some sort of ratty thing.
Hey, what are you doing?
He just like looks at it. I'm just saying, it's a few years out of date. Don't you want to be in the latest fashion?
Are you calling me old?
No, I'm just saying that perhaps your attire is not evolving with the trends in the Waterdeep fashion.
You're saying I'm not progressive enough.
Oz, listen.
That
Oz,
is a way of putting it. Yes.
I'm very progressive.
wait, hold on.
I'm just saying you're a little dated.
It's
What's up, Jim?
just you look fabulous. I love your look. I love Izo's look too.
To be
I love
fair, I
mine.
love your look too.
But at a thing like this, I mean, you saw earlier today, people are terrible. They're gonna not let you in. Do you want that to happen again?
Wait, didn't they say my outfit was fine? Didn't they say my outfit was fine?
Your outfit will pass muster. Will pass
Well,
muster
never
at the theater. It's just this guy's just like your clothing is not cutting edge of Waterdevian fashion, so this guy is just recommending.
Okay, fine. What do you have? I'll look at it.
He'll show you off any number of suits, like fancy coats and double-breasted, double-button stuff like that. Anything in particular you wanted?
I'm gonna look for something that looks like mine, but newer.
Something. Okay. Yeah. Like he has like more modern, sort of suits. Think like really nice Armani stuff. High thread counts. Probably. You know what? There's probably like slight enchantments on them, to keep them actually like clean and wrinkle free.
What kind of shit? Got on
What kind of what? Sorry.
Enchantment.
enchantment.
Yeah, enchantments to like keep them constantly clean. They never wrinkle. And possibly like it can probably change colors on demand.
Any? Ooh.
Hmm.
Color changing.
Hmm.
How much is this?
As you can see, it changes from white to brown to black to gray, back to brown, back to black. It goes. Let's see. For this piece again, cutting edge of fashion, made from the finest shift weave. It is only a mere 15 gold pieces.
I'm
15 gold
staring at it
pieces?
in awe.
Who do you think I am? Some kind of rich man?
Sir, I mean, I would assume that you are a man of singular and uncompromising taste.
You got that right. 10
Exactly.
gold
And
pieces.
and 10 gold, sir. I could not let a fine Valentine original piece such as this out of my shop for less than 12 gold.
11.
Sir, you are, how they say in Waterdeep, you are breaking my balls, but I want it on you. I want to see you wear it. Yes, I will take it for 11 gold pieces.
Is this thing worth 11 gold pieces?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah, inspecting it,
Yeah, this is.
knowing
I
and
love
hearing
this map.
that it is a Valentine piece.
Mhm.
Okay. Deal.
So you have one shift weave suit. Again, it's wrinkle free, stain free, and you can change it from gray or black, gray, brown, stuff like that. Probably a
Okay.
navy blue.
Yes. Well worth the cost.
Got it.
Okay. Let's see. I guess that's everybody.
How much was
I
all
want,
this?
want something really flashy.
Okay. To answer your question, Vivi, your dress would be 8 gold.
Yeah, what about me and Ezo? What do we pay?
Let's see. Each of you would probably be we'll say 8 gold for each of you too.
I don't have 8 gold, but I have 2 platinum. What if I give him 1 platinum?
They can give you the
And-
change here.
Okay. Okay,
It's 10 gold to a platinum.
I know.
Okay.
I was
That's
gonna
like
say-
you're walking into a place and you're like, listen, I know it's only
I was gonna
$4. I only have this $10 bill.
I was gonna say
Is
he
this
could
okay?
keep the change, but
Actually,
mean,
it's more like going to McDonald's and like having a $100 bill, and they're like, we only take 20s. Like,
That's fair.
yeah.
Well, kids, guess we're getting 100 McChickens.
yeah, we get big chicken.
Izo, you had a question?
Said I wanted my tux to be really flashy.
Okay. Any like particular details?
Just something bright, really vibrant.
Put your mirrors on
Okay.
it.
So some sort of like fluorescent color.
Or just like a red. I posted a thing on Discord.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second. Like the butchers.
Yeah, like D-Day here. I love his plat. I love that his tartan pants.
Mhm.
And that he has a vest that's an entirely different pattern going on.
Oh,
And he has
yeah.
this beautiful red long coat.
Okay. Yeah.
And his top hat is just so fucking tall. I love how tall
Very
his hat is.
eccentric, a very tall hat. Oh, it's perfect.
You
Yeah,
look
they'll
amazing.
like the guy is just like I don't know about the 2 different patterns, but sir, I will if that is what the customer wants. Far be it from me to judge.
You better start taking notes, buddy, because we are the cutting edge.
So I can see, yes, obviously, sir. And may I just say, Mister? I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. As he he's like touching your chest,
Me, I'm Gemheim.
Mister Jimheim. I have to say, if that suit that you are wearing was a woman, I would make love to it.
What if it was a
Well,
man?
if you were
That's
willing, I would
right.
make love to you.
If it was a man, I might make
Whoa.
love to it. If I was sufficiently drunk.
Jim Heim just said he wanted to fuck the tailor.
You guys are
Yes,
back room.
well.
You guys go fuck right now.
He looks at Jimheim. Not during office hours.
Fair.
He's right. Who would run the store?
A rain
Exactly.
check, then. Well, I'll tell you what. Anytime you want, come by, oh shit, what are we calling it?
Masters, as far as
The
you guys know,
mas-
it's Masters of the Bruniverse.
Yeah, the We used to be called the Master of the Bruniverse. I'll have a new name soon. On what's the alley? Snapdragon Alley?
Silver
No.
Chime.
Silver Chime Alley. Come to Silver Chime Alley. There's a bar there. Not the shitty tavern, but the fancy bar. Come there anytime. I'll give you a free drink, and we'll see where the night takes us.
Well, thank you, sir. I very appreciate it. That will be it code.
Yes.
Thank you.
Eight
And he'll fetch a fancy top hat for Izo.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Let's see.
I've always wanted tartan pants.
Okay, you now have very large tartan pants. So with all of you equipped for your night at the theater tomorrow, at Vivi, when you inspect the suit that Oz got, you can tell you can ascertain just very easily. Check the tag and all that. Yeah, this is a Valentine original. Although your parents weren't. The last time you saw them, they weren't making anything they weren't making clothes for the public that contained magical
Enchanted,
components.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making mine white. My suit's white. Does it
Nice.
change my hat too?
Hat included.
Yeah, sure. We'll say change your hat if you want.
White suit.
Okay. So you guys managed to get your tuxedos. Laz, you still here? Okay. Anything you want to do while you're at the station?
As I head to my office, give Seth a look and sort of mouth "be careful" again, and head to my office to see if there are any messages or anything for me, or see if he's managed to get the case files.
No. Seth put the case file on your desk, but that's about it.
Okay. Then I am going to case file in my cloak, and I'm gonna leave.
Okay. And as you're heading out, I guess that will be a good time to end it for tonight, boys, because it's 11:30 somehow.
Great.
Did not feel like 3 hours.
It did.
And maybe
It was
we're
great.
headed back to the bar to meet up.
Yeah. Where would you guys want to go next? The rest of you.
I don't remember anything in particular.
Let's go see if King's at the bar.
He definitely is at the bar.
What time is it?
Definitely want to investigate the Lantern Man.
Let's see. It would probably be about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. We'll say 5.
I need to go talk to Red Jack. Not Red Jack, sorry, Red Knuckle.
Oh, okay.
For what? Was that a thing?
About a job. Or another
A job
fight.
and more fights.
Both. He's got work and he's got a schedule a fight.
I still got a spy on that, but I haven't done that.
Yeah. Lots of stuff to do.
Again, it's spy on the Zentarum in particular. That woman is just a known Zentarum member. But yeah,
Cool.
you guys have a. Actually, I think your list is pretty much the same goddamn list you've had so far.
We haven't done any.
No,
Alright,
we got
check
the
my new
formal
things off.
attire now.
We have
True,
beautiful
true.
suits. What are you talking about?
We did the
We
of all the
ambushed a
things,
court.
yes.
Super
You
looks
followed
like
on.
a noble
Let's
session.
see. Let's see. You've yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. You got the suits. You saw the trial.
We had a running
did it.
Seems like you guys are interested in you're finally interested in the Lantern Man thing. Yeah, you got the formal attire. Was there something that got added this session? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, then yeah. Well, there you go.
I had a friend help me with Vivian's riddle. We have deducted that we have to spell Vivian with a grandfather clock because day and night are both the same. It's 1 to 12 a.m. or p.m. Fucking geniuses, see?
Wait, what?
That's how you spell Vivian, because the X is kind of like an A, and then 4, IV, it kind of looks like an N. Otherwise, you can't have an N on a clock in any other way.
Wait, what?
What's this about a clock?
It's
What's
Vivian's
going-
riddle, dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you gotta spell her name on a clock, because, wise, old person, grandfather clock.
Father Time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
wise. See?
There was a mouse.
We're fucking geniuses. We figured it out.
What's
Yeah,
that?
nobody knows fucking like us. We're geniuses about it.
True.
Yeah, totally figured it out.
Fantastic.
I just want to let you know. We're too smart for your riddle.
I see. So your theory is that it's a clock, a grandfather clock.
We gotta spell.
Where is the grandfather
name.
clock?
We haven't gotten to that far. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
definitely a clock.
All the clocks in the city we
all
got.
the grandfather clocks. We got to just go to all of them and spell Vivian on all of them, just like Yeah.
There's like a Big Ben in this city.
Yep.
There's not.
Oh, damn it.
Well, we gotta make that.
You gotta make a giant clock.
Hmm.
This is a good idea.
This is $1 million idea. Let's get on it.
Let's see. Yeah. If you want, I'll give you you can give me an intelligence check. See if you can figure something out about that riddle. It's been enough sessions.
I'm pretty sure it's not the clock. It's just a joke. But I will get the well.
Never mind.
Never mind. I wish I had
Okay.
inspiration.
Oh
on
fuck,
that. Would be
God.
nice.
The rolls
If I
have
had
been
some
so
inspirations
bad.
for that, would
Do
be great.
reroll.
Do
Reroll.
you want to burn an inspiration?
Maybe. Yes.
Do it. You got 2 of them.
Oh yeah. Let's do
What are you
it.
hoarding them for?
Okay.
Of
Another
your
check
character.
then. I mean, it's better than 6.
With a 13, you can ascertain. Let's see. Let me pull up the riddle. Okay.
You can
Yeah. So,
ascertain that it rhymes. Sorry.
No, it's fine. What am I doing?
It does rhyme.
Yeah, here we go. So, yeah, clue number 2. Okay, so here's what you can ascertain with a 13. There are 3 rhyming couplets there, and you think that if you're trying to figure out, like if the answer were any, like it's probably not a one-word answer for
Multiple
the
word
entire riddle.
answer.
Like
Mhm.
take each couplet separately, and try to figure out like what try and work it from there. So instead of trying to find one answer that fits all of that detail, start with the first 2 lines. See if you can figure out what that is. Then the next 2 lines from there, and then the last 2 lines after that. Other than that, if you can find somebody in town who knows something about riddles or puzzles or anything, they might be able to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I know when I'm going to help you with that answer, but up until then.
Yes. Of course. That works out.
Mhm.
Checks out. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Grandfather clock is a backup, though. Definitely
Okay.
backup. Still drunk.
Well,
Wait, what?
We're-
Yes.
we're
Ouch.
back to moving at a very
Quick pace.
quick pace. Yeah, we're really getting a lot crossed off the list.
Mm-hmm. It's still the 13th, I believe.
Yeah.
Wait, holy fuck.
So has a day happened yet?
think this is our third day
I
in
took
game.
4 pages of notes.
Third day in
It
game.
might be our 5th day in
I
game.
mean, that's not actually inaccurate.
Because we started on the
We're not
10th,
that far off.
Yeah, you started the evening of the 10th. So yes,
and it's the evening of the 13th.
13th. Yes.
Oh
God.
my fucking god.
We have covered 1 day since I joined.
Wait, how long is my edict?
You're eating-
God,
That's
damn,
like-
it's gonna be like 2 years.
well, hold on. Here's what I'm going to let you go. I'm going to clue you guys in on something. After the 15th, there's your events start getting spaced out more.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, we're probably going to start skipping a couple of days at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once you guys no longer have like a big thing you want to do every day,
Mhm.
and you're more focused on getting the bar cleaned up and running, and all that stuff, we're probably going to skip several days at a time, stuff like that.
I don't like that. I really feel like we should RP every single moment.
Yeah, otherwise a month
Being
goes
like-
by and I don't have 6,000
Wax
gold. I'm
on.
screwed.
I really
Wax on.
Yeah, I really feel like we need to continue our trend of being the 24 of games.
What's the 24?
Or not.
It's a show.
The show 24 was literally like the time in the show was time in real life.
Oh,
Like
that's
if there was 30 minutes left in the show, there was a 30-minute counter going. Like the bomb would go off in 30 minutes.
Huh.
Yeah,
Didn't
the
they do
show-
a movie on that too? Similar
I
concept?
don't know.
I know there was a 24 movie. I don't think it was actually related to the TV show.
No, not that. It was like there's a concept for a movie where it was, real time the whole time. Without the movie.
I don't know.
I think
I
it's.
don't know.
Is it a Mad World? Is that the movie? And it's a song.
I don't know.
Yeah, by Tears for Fears.
I think there might be a movie based on that or something. I don't know. What do I know?
I'm sure there's been a movie like that, right? Or like-
I know for a fact that there was a movie that the idea of it is that it was only one long take. It was like a horror movie or a suspense movie. There were no cuts. So technically that would be that.
Wait, that's crazy. That's real.
That is nuts.
How long was the movie?
The movie was about I guess it was like 80 minutes, something like that.
Impressive.
It's an impressive feat. The movie sucked, but it was an impressive feat.
Oh, wait, okay, what's the fucking shit? Mad.
That was
Josh.
Birdman was kind of like that, but I don't think
had
they
a lot of
actually
really
filmed
long
it that
shots.
way.
Well, they had a lot of really long, continuous single shots in that
Yeah.
movie.
But the way that they edited it kind of makes it look like it's
In one shot.
Right.
one shot.
Yeah.
Tarantino also will do that a lot. He'll have a
Mhm.
really long, single, continuous shot without any breaks.
There's also the guy, the director's name escapes me, but he did Children of Man and
Atonement.
Gravity. I think so. Yeah.
He
He
also
also
did
Atonement.
Kingdom
has
of
one like
Heaven.
he did that, and he also did the last episode of Game of Thrones.
Yep.
that. Oh wow.
Or
Yeah.
Tarantino will,
It's long
just do
shots.
a whole 3-hour movie in one room,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just everybody in the same room talking for 3 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's still fucking great.
It was still good.
I can't wait.
It's
for
almost
this
like they're
movie.
playing D&D.
Yikes.
Do you guys know that Tarantino really wants to do a Star Trek movie?
Holy shit.
I have heard that. That would
Apparently
be
How
awesome.
would he do that?
It's gonna be
Apparently
some
he's
fucked up
just-
Star Trek.
He's always loved Star Trek, and he's always wanted to do a Star Trek movie.
Bloodiest Star Trek movie
I mean,
ever.
Old Star Trek was but I feel like his kind of comedy could be interesting in Star Trek, because old Star Trek was just like so campy and
Mhm.
ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, I really hope he gets a chance to do it, just because I think it would be fucking wild.
yeah,
I mean, Tarantino can really write really good scenes of people sitting around tables and just with what they're saying, ratcheting up the tension.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of a big Star Trek thing. So,
hmm
True.
That and saving whales.
I mean, yeah.
And that one weird Next Generation episode with the Indians.
What's the point of living if there aren't whales?
I'm just saying, whales killed my family and destroyed my village.
You're a liar.
Killed your mother, they killed your father, they killed your people.
They killed my people.
The dolphins too.
Fuck dolphins. I legitimately do not like dolphins.
FuckDolphins.com.
Dolphins are the
Have you ever
assholes
fucked a
of the sea.
dolphin? Do you know that dolphin pussy sucks your dick while you're fucking it?
I did not know that. I knew
Jesus Christ.
dolphins are extremely rapey. I knew that much.
Also,
Why do you know this?
Also, they commit infanticide for scientists can't figure out why. But they
also kill
murder
porpoises.
their own.
FuckDolphins.com is not a real website.
They try to fuck each other's blowholes.
How?
Hot.
Okay, it's 2019. How are like fuck butlers and fuck dolphins
seriously.
not websites?
Because it's a Reddit. It's a Reddit. Thread.
A
R
subreddit.
/ fuck butlers.
It's probably a subreddit. You're saying? I mean,
Yeah.
it could be
Right.
like fuckdolphins.net. You know.
That's true. It could be a .net.
com.net and .org.
Mm-hmm. .org unlikely, but.
Okay, now.
Can't confirm it is not a .org.
Okay, so just to be
.gov,
clear,
more likely.
.edu.
.edu. I like it.
and if you do if you just Google fuck butlers, there's a lot of porn that comes up. So the internet, there's it's out there.
What we've ascertained is there is a demand.
Fuckbutlers.com.
Yep.
All right, who's buying the domain?